How you guys doing? I felt like Joey from Friends just now. We about to check out this video, and it looks like it's from Asmongold. I don't think we've seen this one before, but y'all sent it to me. Check it out.
So what is this year? XQC shows why not a single clip of him, Asmongold, or any other streamers Hasan is known to dislike was featured during the entire Streamer Awards. Somebody said this is because it was like his editor or something like that.
Context. Basically, they had stream highlights throughout.
Oh shit, don't be sorry.
That made me skip everything. What the hell why was Hasan on screen like that? What is the context of that? That's just weird. That's just weird. Someone asked, can they send me a song? No. No, you cannot. Jump scare, facts, Biggs. That caught me so off guard. I didn't know what the hell was happening. They're like, all right, let's see if we can get some context.
It's like his editor or something like that.
Context. Basically, they had stream highlights throughout the show, and people noticed how there were several moments taken from Hasan's stream, even though he wasn't nominated for one singular thing. Obviously,
that's what Hasan do?
Context.
This what I thought he was doing, like political reactions. This is what his live stream is? Oh, y'all nasty. Whoever, yeah, that's what y'all watching over there? This is what this champagne socialist is doing?
Basically, they had stream highlights throughout the show, and people noticed how there were several moments taken from Hasan's stream, even though he wasn't nominated for one singular thing. Obviously, Asmon is perma-blacklisted, but XQC was literally nominated, and he still wasn't shown in the clips.
Yeah, I wasn't being schizo about the whole Stream Awards thing. Look at this shit. Editors, opening video, bang. Editor for Hasan.
Ooh.
Editor for...
There's so much drama going on with this damn Streamer Awards, bro. It's like a new thing after a new thing. And apparently Hasan's editor was the one editing for it. So that's why, even though Hasan wasn't nominated, they kept pushing his content with also his social media list at the bottom of the damn screen, promoting the hell out of him too. Yeah, that's pretty dirty.
Hasan, editor for Valkyrie.
Obviously, that's what happened. No shit, don't be sorry. I'm not sorry, I'm happy. It's great, now I get even more content.
Well, somebody isn't.
That's pretty
Hasan
good.
is going to a party tonight for awards that his friends made up for each other. Oh god, thank you for banning that fucking moron. Yes, dude, me and Asmongold are the same. Two sides of the same coin, right?
I got no problem with somebody getting banned, but Hasan sure do it a lot. It's the new Hollywood controlled awards, facts. But so that's why I didn't watch it at all. I didn't give a damn. I've seen some drama involved with it, but I didn't watch that damn awards show.
The dumbest motherfuckers on the planet.
I don't watch awards. Like, I haven't watched the awards show in so many years. I remember I was watching the BET Awards back when they was doing the Cypher, and I only watched it for the Cypher. Once they started uploading the Cyphers to YouTube, I stopped watching the BET Awards. There was no point. I wanted to hear the rappers rap. That's it. MTV Movie Awards, maybe when I was a kid. But honestly, it was probably like the only thing on at the time. I never really cared about award shows, and I don't watch them now.
Background doesn't matter. The level of
contest.
If you have a extensive political science background, the culmination of that career is the fact that you've shocked your dog. I don't think this is really the thing that you want to go off of. And the Circle Jerk Awards, the Twitch aristocracy. You're either in or you're out. It's quite odd seeing dress-up clips from Hasan multiple times and no XQC or Asmon clips. Again, whenever something seems like it's problematic or rigged, that's because it probably is. They obviously didn't want to have...
Yeah, they didn't want to have some of the biggest streamers on there, but you're going to have Hasan a bunch of times. He's not nominated at all.
Me in the clips because I'm super controversial and I've talked shit about all of them. Like, obviously...
Hasan's editors actually tried to deflect any blame.
From what I can tell, the man actually wasn't in the year review vid, and I can't read it. This guy has the reading comprehension of his master, aka the fake Kami Lord. There are 4 names. And I was saying, dude, these videos is like, seem pretty selected on like who's on the video. Bias almost, right? The video cuts to this shit.
I swear, no shade towards XQC. I'll be understanding like maybe 40% of what this nigga's saying. Especially when he talk fast. I don't even know what he talking about. I understood a little bit of that.
But your name is on a screen. It's right there. Now go suck your fake commie lord, your master.
Why did I understand that though? That's crazy. The most nasty part. He said clear as day. Yeah, I definitely think the awards is rigged. It's literally the award show that's created by one in particular content creator, and everybody that her and her friends likes, she gives awards. Simple as that. It's done on her stream. Y'all do realize that one of the, I guess you could say, techniques or strategies to grow or to continue your base and keep things going and keep money coming in for streamers is to do events. You see some of them do gaming tournaments, collabs, actual like events like streaming university, things like that. And then you have Cutie Cinderella that throws an award show and convinces everybody and their mama to promote her simple ass. Just, yeah, I ain't never getting one of these awards. I don't give a damn. She's tricking people to promote her every year. That's crazy. That's why, and people do it. You know where you could watch the award show? On her damn channel. Not slick. But we supposed to care about this popularity contest? Give a damn about that. Tell me what you think down in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the video, all those good things, man. All that good stuff. What's going on, y'all? Let's talk about this situation going on with Limp Bizkit. That's crazy. I haven't heard about them in years, it seems. That used to actually be my favorite band. When I was a kid, I was getting their albums and bumping their songs nonstop. Nookie, keep rolling. Like I was really into Limp Bizkit, like elementary to middle school. Heavy. While my brother was bumping System of a Down, I was bumping that Limp Bizkit. All right, let's see what's going down, man. Let's see what's happening with Limp. Hope everything's okay, huh? Hey, what's up, Crispy? How are you? Shouts to the people watching me on Twitch. Appreciate you guys. Shouts to everybody watching me on YouTube and Kick as well.
Economies over there. These shows come into town.
I said it was muted. Thank you. I appreciate the heck out of y'all. How long was it muted for? Was it muted for the last segment too? Nah, just this. All right, let me play it again. Thank you guys. Appreciate the heck out of that. Real talk. Because I would not have noticed if I wasn't looking at chat. I'm like, oh, snap. Thank you, Katarina. Appreciate you. Hey, what's up, Aiden? How are you?
Another day, another show cancellation over in Europe, a concerning trend that continues to unfold. It's hard to imagine that this is not going to have an impact on bands making decisions about where they want to play. This is a deeper subject than just playing for fans. This is also something that could affect local economies over there. These shows come into town, lots of money spent on hotels, hospitality, food, local restaurants and businesses, all of that gone in a flash. Why? Not because of low ticket sales, but because the governments are getting involved because they don't like the opinions of the artists. This is not a good sign. This type of thing has been.
So their event got canceled because the government didn't like their opinions? That sounds so crazy. Like, what? Why are more people not talking about this?
Increasing over in Europe. We've been hearing about thousands and thousands of people getting arrested over their posts on social media. Seems really dystopian and crazy, but it's something that's actually happening now. And today, the latest cancellation involves none other than legendary nu metal band Limp Bizkit. Here's what we know. Limp Bizkit was scheduled to play a big show in Estonia on May 31st of next year. The show was just announced on November 7th, but it's quickly been canceled. The promoter Baltic Live Agency put out a very generic corporate statement about the cancellation, saying, "We inform you that due to circumstances beyond the organizers' control, the Limp Bizkit concert planned for May 31st is canceled. Our apologies." Well, as it turns out, the circumstances beyond their control was simply the Estonian government coming in and shutting it down. As soon as the show was announced, it sparked...
Wait, but like, what was even said? It don't matter, but what was even said?
Backlash from government officials, all centered on Fred Durst's past comments. To be clear, these are not recent comments. This is from 10 years ago. And Estonia's Minister of Foreign Affairs actually got involved and made the government's position clear. He accused Fred Durst of supporting Russia. He said, quote, "My position is clear and I will repeat it. Russia is the aggressor and Crimea is occupied by Russia. Those who justify Russia's aggression and the occupation of a neighboring country are not welcome in Estonia. They have no place on Estonian."
Am I bugging? Did they say what he said, or are we not? Are they not going to show it?
Stages and should not be earning income here. A media advisor for the government also shared a similar statement, writing, quote, "Backing an aggressor state wasn't welcome in Estonia or the Estonian cultural space." So what did Fred Durst do to piss off the government to get high-level government officials beefing with him suddenly? Well, apparently Durst was married to a Ukrainian-born woman from 2012 to 2019, and during that time, he spent a lot of time in the region. This was right after Russia annexed Crimea from Ukraine in 2014, and Durst was apparently seen at a 2015 show holding up a sign that read, "Crimea equals Russia." He also reportedly wrote a letter to Crimean authorities saying he wanted to move there and get a Russian passport. In the letter, he allegedly praised Vladimir Putin as, quote, "a great guy with clear moral principles and a nice person."
So, I don't give a damn. It sounded like he was trying to get closer to his shorty. Like, why? And how did they even find out about this to be able to use it against him 10 years later? Come on, that's intense. That's some bull crap right there.
Those comments back then reportedly got Fred Durst banned from entering Ukraine for 5 years.
Wow.
Now, more than a decade later, those comments have caused his show to get canceled. Now, when the backlash first started last week, the concert promoter tried to defend the booking, and they released a statement explaining things from their perspective. They said, quote, "The only way we can explain it is that at the time until 2019, Fred Durst was married to a Russian Crimean woman and evidently living in a distorted information bubble. The Estonian government didn't like that statement and applied pressure until the promoter was forced to pull the plug." Now, as of right now, Limp Bizkit has not responded to this again. This is the latest.
Oh, yeah, that's horrible. They're like, yeah, you can't come and perform your music to your fans because of whatever political opinions you had from forever ago. Like, yeah, that sounds stupid. That sounds dumb as hell, bro.
Of a string of cancellations we've seen over the last year or so. We saw Disturbed recently having a show canceled due to pressure from a government. We saw Marilyn Manson recently having a show canceled due to pressure from the government. And now we have Limp Bizkit also, unfortunately, dealing with the same fate here. Limp Bizkit not having the show canceled because there's not enough people showing up. There's a ton of people there in Estonia who want to see Limp Bizkit perform enthusiastically. No one is debating that. And in spite of that, the Estonian government is coming in and preventing their citizens from watching this show because they don't like something that Fred Durst said or did 10 years ago. I don't think they've asked Fred Durst what he thinks now or anything like that. They've just decided to just cancel the show. They don't.
Yeah, that's dumb as hell. That sounds extremely stupid. Even if he still stood with whatever opinions he said, what does that have to do with the music that he's performing? Like, what? What they got? Nigga, let him sing, keep rolling, nigga. Stop playing with me. Y'all don't let Fred Durst go out there and do Nookie. That was my joint. Fred Durst was red pill as hell, bro. That nigga, that's probably what got me into red pill when I was a kid. I did it all for the noogie. The noogie. So you could take that cookie, stick it up here. My bad. I was reminiscing. Next thing you know, I'm gonna start singing some LFO. Y'all know nothing about that. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the video, all that good stuff. Hit the hype button if you're able to and sign up for memberships. New Kids on the Block had a bunch of hits. Chinese food makes me sick. I haven't listened to some LFO in years. What's going on, guys? I want to check out this video that y'all sent me. It's about a construction company owner that praises Trump. They gotta get crazier than that. Let's see what's happening. I think we're watching this video from a Black conservative perspective, if I'm not mistaken. Dope channel. Go and check them out.
Department of Homeland Security has officially launched an immigration enforcement operation in the city of New Orleans today. It's dubbed Operation Catahoula Crunch. I mean, that's the actual name that they came up with, Catahoula Crunch. DHS says it is targeting, quote, criminal illegal aliens. CBS News reporter Katie Weiss has more from NOLA.
Well, I saw a few federal agents throughout the city's popular tourist district called the French Quarter and along Canal Street, which is normally a very bustling tourist street with lots of shops and restaurants. The federal agents appeared to be kind of getting into position. They didn't appear to be making any arrests, at least from what I could tell. I did see a bit of a police presence, but so far we've not been able to get confirmed from Customs and Border Patrol any further details about their operation. We do know that about 250 federal agents are expected here across the Louisiana and Mississippi Gulf Coast over this week, and with the goal of arresting 5,000 immigrants. Now, one thing that I found interesting as well was that the city here seemed quite subdued on Tuesday. Jackson Square, which is normally a popular tourist area with lots of street vendors selling their artwork and things of that nature, those folks were not there. It appeared to be a bit of a ghost town. Many people have been shutting down their businesses to protect their workers. In fact, Monday night, there was a protest with many people here in New Orleans.
What are y'all hiding them from? If they're here legally, why the hell are you hiding them? Stop shutting down your business. Unless you, I don't know, maybe hiring people that's not actual citizens, just so you could pay them cheaper wages and then make more money for your business. I don't know, maybe hypothetically. It just doesn't really seem, normal to close your business down because they're looking to find immigrants.
Voicing their opposition to the federal agents arriving. Take a listen.
We don't support ICE coming in, coming to our campuses, coming to our community, coming to our cities, and saying, and taking our neighbors, our friends, our classmates off the street.
And at least one local activist group tells.
I could tell this person didn't have a father growing up. I'm gonna get canceled. I'm just playing. I'm joking. He's a little bit too passionate about this, though.
Me that they plan to hold virtual meetings every night to teach people about their rights if in case they do come across these federal agents. They say that they're going to be holding these meetings virtually to try to protect people and keep them from having to leave their homes.
Boy. So we got to talk about this video that is going viral. Even JD Vance commented on this construction company owner giving us his perspective on the ICE raids that are happening in Louisiana. Okay, New Orleans, they're next up when it comes to the illegal immigration crackdown.
gum run now, guys. Gum run. Excuse me.
Bueno, como pueden ver, no está respondiendo preguntas, compañeros. Le hemos preguntado quién exactamente está buscando aquí en esta fiesta con Pico. Le hemos preguntado por la organización cuántos días. How long is this operation going to last? We're with Univision. How long is this operation going to last, sir?
Till it's done.
And this construction company owner, unlike Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? This guy is actually thankful. He's thankful for the raids and the fact that the illegals aren't showing up to work, right? Apparently, the illegals have abandoned their jobs, and that is causing some issues. Okay, but this guy says that it is a good thing. Okay, and I want to
more jobs for us, more opportunities for. You know how many times I applied for a job and didn't get it, and people always talk about racism. Let's talk about the fact that it's because I wasn't illegal. Let's talk about that. Talk about that entire day. You know, I don't even. It's crazy. And then they hired my friend because they thought he was legal. He even verified, like, yeah, no, I had less credentials than you. Didn't even have a resume, nigga.
Back to it because I think that this guy's perspective is much needed at times like this. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this.
So we've had ICE and DHS down in Louisiana for about a week now. And as a business owner, I've been running my own construction company since I was 18 years old. I'm 27 now. We do paint and roofing, drywall, tile, ceramics, trim, molding, carpentry, flooring, concrete, a little bit of everything. I'm seeing firsthand just the shockwave them boys are sending across the state. No immigrants want to go to work. None of them want to even ride in a truck like mine with a ladder rack on it. And it is so amazing. I've gotten more calls in the last week than I've gotten in the last 3 months. I got 20 calls in one day.
Business is booming. See that?
GC scrambling to try and finish projects. Halfway through, these guys not showing up to work. Starting projects. Landlords, you know how a landlord always has, their go-to guy they call. Boys ain't showing up to do nothing. And this just shows you how bad the problem is down here in Louisiana.
So basically what he's saying in a nutshell is that because the illegals aren't showing up to work, Americans, right, are actually getting those jobs, right? You have individuals who would normally call their illegal immigrant handyman, okay, or that would hire illegal immigrants to do work. Now they're calling Americans, right? They're now going to companies that can do the work that actually are using American labor, not slave labor from overseas, and they're getting more business, okay, which is the point, right? That is the point. That's what we want to see, okay? That's what we want to see.
I mean, we got a population in our whole state that's like the size of LA County, genuinely, in our whole state. And they have filled this place like no other. And I've got to see through the presidencies. We had our little heyday with Trump's first go round, 99 cents a gallon gas. Even with the immigrants here, shit was still amazing. They weren't pushing like they are right now. Joe Biden got into office, he really fucked my industry bad. That's crazy. To the point to where the only people that are lining their pockets are the GCs that are hiring these guys, because it's the only way. I mean, shit, you send in a proposal, my last name is Flores. Let me start there before people start calling me racist. I'm just speaking the truth. You send a proposal in and you have one that's like half the price of that. 90% of the time, they're going to go with that cheap one. And that's how it's been down here in Louisiana. It's just everybody competing to get the bottom dollar. Yeah. I'm talking roofing. They want to pay $60 and $80 a square for tear off and reinstallation.
It's because they could get it for cheaper from an immigrant. Well, why pay like the proper amount for what someone worked hard to deserve and earn? Well, you could just give it to someone who's desperate because they're not from here. And take anything. Like, that's pretty messed up, right? But I'm glad that business is booming for him now. the people that put in the work are gonna get the money that they deserve now.
And I'm like, fuck that. These people still trying to call around to try and find that at that price. You're never gonna find that shit. I think 150 a square for a walkable tear off and reinstallation is cheap. Cheap! $2 a square for non-walkable is cheap. Without materials. Y'all are crazy. And I'm so happy. Things are about to get better. GC's gonna have to start paying up. Everything's about to get realistic. These people are like, oh, we got them on all these positions. We got all these immigrants working in assisted facilities. Them motherfuckers make bank. You don't think they can pay an American to work? They don't want to. What about the farming industry? It's the same shit. It's billion-dollar companies. The fruit industry. People are like, we're not going to have orange juice. Bullshit. Pay up. Y'all can't pay $20 an hour? It's ridiculous. And I'm just so happy. All these people protesting with signs about them being here, let them talk about going to leave. I'm going to be down there with the biggest sign you ever seen, and I know I'll have people with me. Saying, ICE, please don't go. I'm going to be singing to them. I don't care. I'm going to have my microphone, a big old speaker. I'm going to serenade them to stay.
Nah, dead ass.
Seriously, we need this.
Shit, I might pull up in beatbox. I might DJ. What's up? What's up? Y'all down with seeing a live stream with me DJing? Begging ICE to keep doing their job?
I need this. I got 3 kids, and I know I speak for so many people who are in that same line of business that I'm in, and it's just gotten tore apart by these people that don't even want to be here. They don't want to stay here. They want to build their 5-6 bedroom ranch house back home, send money to take care of their wife's family and their family, while they're able to still take care of themselves over here.
Damn.
Yeah. Where can we go to make 100 to 50 to 100x a day? You know, most of these cats I talk to, what they would make back home was $5 a day and like a Red Bull.
Facts. I mean, that's what it is. They come over here, they work, and then they send their money back to Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela,
Facts.
Somewhere, right, where they came from. They send their money.
I've had conversations with them, and they've admitted to that, yeah. One even showed me the mansion with the armed security, and I'm like, why are you over here? He's like, listen, I've been building it up for years, man. Working over here, sending money back. And then he was about to retire the next year. I'm like, damn, we the same age. I'd come over here and take our money and send it over. That's crazy.
Back because their money goes a lot further, right? The dollar goes a lot further in these other countries, and it's cheaper, especially if you got these illegals from these rural areas in some of these countries. Yeah, I mean, they got a ton of land, right? I mean, they use that money to build houses, to build, a life for, their kids, their family back home. That's what they do. They have no interest in actually staying here long term. They're only here to work and then to send the money back to their home countries. And then eventually, once they feel like they made enough money, eventually, maybe 10 years down the road, they'll leave. But what this guy is pointing out that's so important, which is what, Democrats claim was a right-wing conspiracy theory, which is that these illegals are undercutting American workers. Okay. Yeah. Because they come here and they work for less, and that drives down wages. Okay. And when you talk about these projects and having to compete for work, okay, what happens is that the contractors, whatever, they're going to try to hire the cheapest labor. They're going to try to get the cheapest people, right, to do the work. And when you got people who are willing to work for, less than the average American's willing to work, then yeah, those people are going to get all the jobs, right? They're going to get all the contracts. And that leaves guys like him in a bad place because, hey, they can't work for less money like that, right? When you're an American, the cost of living here is higher. So you're going to demand higher wages. And it's not like these contractors can't pay. They just want to maximize their profit. So when you allow these illegals into the country and then they're competing, right, against guys like this, yeah, this guy's going to lose every single time. His business is going to be hurt. Right? Facts. Americans are going to get hurt. Deporting illegal immigrants is about protecting the American worker. Okay? That's what it's about. And that's what people got to understand. The liberal media will try to brainwash you into thinking, well, who's going to pick out strawberries? Who's going to pick our cotton? Who's going to wipe our butts? Right? I mean, that's literally what Democrats said. They literally concerned that the illegals aren't going to be here to wipe their.
The Americans are going to step up and take the jobs that they've been trying to get. And they're going to take the higher payment too as well. They're going to start getting paid what they deserve to do these harder jobs. Like, it's crazy.
But, right? And it's like, well, yeah, Americans can do those jobs, but for the right wages. And I'm not one of these people that think that, you know, the minimum wage needs to be increased. I'm not one of those people. I just think that if you eliminate illegals from the market, then the market will adjust, right? You're going to get more fair wages if you get illegal labor out of the market, right? That's the whole point. Okay, that's the whole point. So that is what he's saying. What he's saying is that American workers are now able to find jobs. Also, on top of that, all of these illegals who don't want to work anymore, that is opportunity for young men who may be lost, right? They don't know what to do. Going out there and get you one of these physical labor jobs is nothing wrong with it.
Step your game up.
At the end of the day, you're building a skill.
Yeah.
You're building a skill. You know, part-time, go to trade school, build up some other skills, and then go do something that is going to pay you more money.
100%. I agree. This joint will build character. It might be people that actually will find their passion, something that they're interested in doing for the long term. Like, I don't know why anyone would think this would be a bad thing.
And then after that, once you really build up and you know what you're doing, start your own company. Become a part of the ownership class. But you got to start somewhere, and there are plenty of jobs available. Despite, you know, what you're hearing in mainstream media, it's just a lot of these jobs people don't want to do. But see, that's the problem with our system. We got too much welfare going around, and people feel entitled to sit on their butts and to not work. It shouldn't be an option not to work. If we need all these illegals for labor, then there are plenty of jobs for Americans, and they're coming open because the illegals are leaving left and right. They're self-deporting. They're being deported. They're not working anymore. So yeah, Americans need to be taking those jobs, period. And because the illegals are leaving, wages will go up. Wages will go up. But again, you got to work the job, right? The fact that we have these job openings, okay, and Americans allegedly don't want to work the jobs, that means that our welfare system is too robust. Yes, I understand.
Yes, people are extremely dependent on it, right? Instead of actually wanting to go out there and work. Like, people don't realize they would make more money. You would make more money actually doing something with your time. Like, it does not add up or make any sense. I've been saying this for quite some time, bro. Quite some time. People are lazy as hell.
That they should be paying more. I agree with that too. But deporting the illegals is the first step in order to force that to happen. The next step is for Americans to actually start working those jobs. That's what's going to have to happen. Okay? That's what needs to happen.
$5 a day in a Monster Energy. The foreman's making $10 a day. Where can we go to make 50 to 100x a day and send shit back where we live to build a 5-6 bedroom house? Most of you motherfuckers got a big ass piece of land. It's not fair. And anybody who thinks to say it's fair and they deserve to be here, you cannot be an American. You cannot have that blood going through your veins. For real. You hate your country.
Big facts.
I am so thankful for ICE and DHS. I'm glazing them. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, I don't blame you.
He said I'm glazing them.
You know, I mean, he's right. He's right. He is revealing a reality that Democrats and the mainstream liberal media refuse to acknowledge about illegal immigration.
There's a lot of people that's like afraid to admit that. Right? There's a lot of people that they know that's facts, but they terrified to say it. It's crazy.
Which is that it brings down wages for American workers. Okay, these jobs are being taken by these illegals. These are good jobs that Americans should be doing. American men, specifically young men, should be doing. And now the opportunity is there thanks to the Trump administration. Some people get it. Some people won't get it. But, you know, I think that this guy right here, he's a guy that gets it. He understands because he works in the industry. So hopefully, you know, moving forward into the future, we see the change that we want to see as a result of mass deportations. Because again, the work is still needed, right? Somebody's gonna have to do the job, right? And it'd be nice to see Americans doing the job, right? It'd be nice to see Americans building the country of the future, right? That's what I want to see. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black.
Yeah, I agree. It's a shame that a lot of people can't see that. Real talk. I said, I believe we need more skilled laborers. I agree. But there's a lot of people that's going to be woke and try to defend the immigrants for that. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the video as well. Also hit the hype button if you're able to. It's nasty work out here, yo. Super nasty work. What's going on, guys? Let's check out this video from More Pegasus. I think it's clowning the Streamer Awards, which was more than likely doo-doo. Straight trash. All the nastiness involved in it. And I think it's probably going to clown Hassan out the gate. Let's check this out. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the video, all that good stuff. And tell me what you think in the comments as you're watching this. I don't care how many comments you post. I'm going to be checking them.
Welcome back to a series so pathetic. Even the Streamer Award subscribed. In today's video, Hassan is once again calling out Penguin Zero because he talked about Hassan zapping his dog. He's melting down over a 55-month subscriber, calling him out for collabing with Asmongold in the past. QT Cinderella's Streamer Awards just went down and we got a ton of content.
Man, I've seen some clips. I hate award shows, don't believe in them. But I've seen some clips from this. What is Hassan doing looking? Oh, weird. Jeffrey Dahmer looking ass. It was a garbage event from everything that I've seen.
FanFan and QT were making shock collar jokes. Hassan gave an interview about his career and claims he's...
Oh, that outfit is wild, son. This nigga, yo, why is he dressed like a Korean dictator? This look wild. And what's going on with Pantsuit next to him? Who is that? Just Pearly Things? Nigga?
Changing lives through streaming. He's pathetically
WNBA player?
attempting to embrace the dog shocking meme after having a crash out over it. Rank #1 detective XQC has exposed QT for apparently hiring Hassan's editors to edit the event. So much for being unbiased. Ada Ross joins in calling out Hassan. QT continues her comedy routine, making fun of Dan Clancy, Rakai, and Your Rage. People are dying of cringe. Streamers are calling out people getting offended over jokes. Burnt Peanut has won the Best VTuber award, making a lot of people mad. QT has made a closing message saying people should not criticize each other and just get along together. Oh, brother. Subscribe or you gotta attend the Streamer Awards. Your call.
Let's up these numbers.
Let's up those numbers! Now what?
Make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel too as well.
Let's begin. Right, so Hassan is once again calling out Penguin Zero Moist Critical because he talked about Hassan electrocuting his dog. Context, basically Asmon is making a very obvious joke on Twitter and Hassan and his community are calling him racist. Hassan expresses frustration being lumped in with Asmongold.
Why are you always trying to call Asmongold racist? He's definitely not from what I've seen. Hassan on other,
calls out Moist for staying silent on Asmon's Elon Omar remarks, but doing Colorgate.
Everyone knows players from Asia count less than Western ones, but by how much? It would make sense to have a ratio maybe 5 players from Asia equal to 3 Western players. I feel like it's a pretty fair compromise. Hassan is going to a party tonight for awards that his friends made up for each other. Oh God, thank you for banning that fucking moron. Yes, dude, me and Asmongold are the same. I too also sit around and just, two sides of the same coin, right? For the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. The content of the things that I say don't actually matter in this equation at all. My background doesn't matter. The level of forethought put into this commentary doesn't matter. It's just we're two guys talking about politics.
It's sensitive.
Is it saying to me that Charlie Moist Critical was quick to mention Kaige, but now it's completely silenced about Asmongold's completely mask off racism? Yes, because for a lot of content creators, especially on fucking YouTube. But why did you have him on Fear? And he was clearly going down this path. Oh, because I'm also a white supremacist, chatter. The do you mean?
Clip it and ship it, boys. We got him once again. But honestly, how many times has this man said that he's a white supremacist? Buddy, we get it. Come on. Honestly, he really needs to stop doing this type of sarcasm or whatever, because if you do it every single stream nonstop, I mean, at that point, it's literally just an admission. When you go, oh, I'm really a dog abuser. I totally electrocute my dog.
I am in favor of the widespread torture of animals. I hope that
this nigga is wild. I don't know why he would even say this. This is very odd.
Was clear to you.
Buddy, how many times are you going to say it? By the way, the chatter is talking about this episode of Hasan's podcast where they actually somewhat got along, and this was a while back, obviously. This would never happen now because tensions have risen to a boiling point. Hasan is talking about Asmon's address on stream, so I don't think they get along any longer. Also, can somebody explain to me why this man is mad at Moist Critical? What the heck did he even do? All he did was call you out for clearly shocking your dog like Palpatine and lying about it. Something any normal person would call out and talk about, especially one of the biggest commentary channels, right? Any normal person would be mad about animal abuse, and this wasn't like a political...
Because Hasan is sensitive as hell. And also, he never thinks that he's wrong. When he's always wrong, like 24/7.
Issue. This wasn't him becoming a right-wing grifter or an Israel dick rider. This was you being a scumbag piece of shit, and he decided to call you out. And the reason he's not talking about whatever situation you're mentioning now is because that's obviously a political thing, something that Charlie doesn't talk about. Also, he really goes, the content of what I say doesn't actually matter. Are you kidding me? That's all that matters. The problem is you say a lot of dumb shit consistently every single day for several years. It's honestly impressive at this point, and that's why you get into all this controversy. Then he tries to explain to his chatter that, oh, I had no idea Asmongold was like this. I didn't know he was gonna turn out to become so racist. That's why I collabed with him, right? By the way, again, this is a 55-month subscriber confronting him, so bro literally cannot catch a break.
Because I'm also a white supremacist, chatter. The f do you mean? And not because I had no fucking clue that this is what he was going to be doing. You're right, chatter. Thank you. I am the person who is responsible for his rise, you know? Dude, dude, please, for the love of Christ and all things holy, just fucking take a deep breath and really reconsider who your fucking enemies are. Oh my God. A guy who's been up my asshole every single fucking day. Like endless amounts of vitriol from his fucking community every single day. And this dumb still thinks like I'm responsible for creating this monster. At a certain point, you have to realize, like, you just don't have any fucking critical thinking skills whatsoever. Expect a roach infestation today? I know, but the problem is, like, that's a 55-month subscriber. He's not a fucking... I don't think he is, like, a... Yeah, they're saying they want you to vet...
Someone subs to you for that long, and this is how you speaking to them? I always notice that, too. Like, a lot of the people that Hasan be going off at be, like, his long-time subscribers. He, like, ban them. What? He's been subscribed for... 10 years? Ban him. Ban him. He gave me his opinion. I don't like it. Like, what kind of weirdness?
Labs better. See, this is what I mean. This is also the secondary, because chatter comes in with the most...
You dress like a dictator and act like one, too.
Cynical take of all time, okay? And then other chatters will go, that chatter was right, actually.
Right. Endless amount of vitriol. Hasan, that is literally you and your orbiters, who are the most psychopathic freaks on the internet, who go after people literally in real life. And no, we're not talking about a guy coming up to you, showing you a dog-shocking meme, having a bit of a laugh, who could have possibly been your own fan, literally trying to troll you, and you compare it to being confronted with a gun. Okay, that's completely different. Unlike what happened to Ethan, because of you, people started confronting him in real life.
Hasan is a low-cal. Ethan, as much as I give him criticism, the things that was being done to him was over the top.
Not about memes, but about their actual political opinions, saying, oh my God, you support Israel, say free Palestine, or I don't know, I'm going to do something bad or something. You never know with these psychopathic people who are trying to take away Ethan's kids, calling CPS, and sending human skulls to his house, which is obviously a death threat. Also, wasn't this guy literally doxing people he disagreed with before? And he was also talking about Asmon's address the other day, saying, oh, anybody in my community can just look it up.
Or whether it be Asmongold's address. What happens when this happens to you the next time you're going through a fucking drive-through?
Absolute hypocrite. And Hasan saying that his chatters have
Yeah, my bad, guys. We gotta play the nasty song for that. I ain't going front. Like, damn, I should have been played as soon as we started talking about Hassan. As soon as we started talking.
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name. You
disgusting.
No critical thinking skills. I mean, yes, but also look at you. You're the leader. You're the king of the fools. These aren't random trolls. These are your 55-month subscribers. This is a self-admission that you suck ass and all your fans suck ass too. Ain't nobody who subscribed to me for 4 years is ever acting like a moron, okay? In fact, they probably have the greatest existence in all of humanity. Happy people, drastically improved their life since watching the series, and they've probably achieved greatness or will in the future. Simply cinema. Subscribe to Only Take.
I always tell people, my supporters are geniuses. Facts. And truth tellers. Real talk.
W's. You can hate apolitical people, I do, but shocking a dog is universally hateable. Okay, I agree with the dog thing, but why do you have to hate apolitical people? Some people just don't want to be miserable.
How can I be okay? I hate the woke. I hate woke. I hate the left. I hate the woke.
Hassan, Moist Critical doesn't owe you anything. The only people who owe you things are your orbiters. Politics aren't in Charlie's wheelhouse. Exactly. He just doesn't understand that. He commented on Colorgate because he doesn't like animal abuse, and he often comments on online drama. It's words versus action. Asman said some words. Hassan abused a dog and lied about it 10 different times, documented on the internet. Leave Charlie out of this. He does his own thing and makes the videos he wants to make. Bro, Hassan is the most petty piece of shit. Just because he criticized him about the dog shocking thing, he started talking about how, oh, nobody should take him seriously. He can't even get on planes. Like,
Moist Critical is afraid of getting on a fucking plane.
Personal fucking insult for absolutely no reason when he's literally having a common sense take. Moving on to QT Cinderella's Streamer Awards. A lot has gone down. We're going to go through everything one by one, starting with FanFan, a host, making fun of Hassan. FanFan asked Hassan about his vibration collar in Rosa's outfit.
Is that a vibration remote in your pocket, or are you just excited to be here?
I'll put it on you later.
Is that a threat or like a what was that? Could you explain your inspiration for your album?
I almost wanted to play the nasty song again. I'm not going to do it though. I ain't going to do it. Yikes. Yeah, this is some horrible work.
Outfit tonight, it looks familiar for some reason.
This is nasty work and it's horrible work.
To me.
Why would it be familiar to you? I don't understand. I mean, I got it in China, but yeah.
Maybe because I'm Chinese. Maybe that's why.
By the way, if showing Hassan a meme in public is equal to confronting him with a gun, which is what he was comparing it to in his rant, then saying you're going to shock a female streamer later tonight is sexual harassment. I'm sorry. If that is the standard, then that is the equivalency, right? Now, obviously, I'm kidding. I don't actually think that. But reminder, he's also the man who thrusted his pee-pee at QT, the host of the show, and told her to look, while Ultimate Cock Jellywig was sitting there saying, that's crass. That's pretty crass, Hassan.
And he came in and he said, you can see my dick in this. And I said, Hassan, I'm not looking. And then he proceeded to hump the air and he said, look. And I said, I'm not looking.
That's crass.
But not gonna lie,
Sneeko was banned for less.
35-year-old man here trying to fit in, thinking that he's actually in on the joke that he abused his dog, except it isn't even a joke and you actually did it. And that's why the internet is memeing on you. Buddy, we are the ones who get to laugh because you're the one who did the heinous shit, okay? You're one evil mother flipper. It's like when people make jokes about the baby oil and the Diddy situation, right? It's like he doesn't get a joke about that. Like he's the guy who did the messed up shit like you. Peer responded, calls other people fascists, but wears the outfit of actual fascist law. You can't get any more clown mode than this. Hassan on stream is going to compare this moment to Emiru getting S8. I mean, that's literally, dude, if he thinks a meme is that, then this is absolutely harassment because he said, oh yeah, later, right? As if it's like later tonight. And to say to a female host, it's obviously in that sort of context. Hassan, after Van Fan made that joke, dude, this is Hassan's entire life. Except there isn't even a mask. He's actually crying. Like he does it on stream openly. The frat boy inside of Hassan had to come out for a second. Hassan Sparker zaps again. Gotta zap them all. The way he grabbed the mic shows how sensitive he really is about it. Then we got QT attempting to make some jokes.
Stay seated as much as possible. Hassan, if you see Sea Dog get up, you can use your remote.
Right, so you would think that, oh, this is based in awesome. QT is finally on our side, right? But the thing is, she was at the forefront of defending Hassan, literally still says that he didn't shock his dog, and despite accidentally revealing to everyone that it's a shock collar, still stands by the lie. And what's more is that if you actually believe that he zapped his dog, then why are you even inviting him to your event? I'm sorry, is animal abuse just like okay now? Oh, it's all fun and games. Oh, it's a funny meme or whatever.
When it's
but
Hassan,
he actually did it. That's what you don't understand. Like, he actually doesn't treat his dog well. He was yanking his previous dog tail, puts him in cage fights, laughs at Kaya in pain and in danger and scared. Make sure she has to wait 7 minutes and stare at him before she gets a sip of water. Not allowed to stretch or even put a paw off the bed. And like, I'm just trying to put it in context. What if this was Hassan actually abusing his partner? Then would you be so like nonchalant about it? Is it different because it's an animal? Because I just don't understand. Like, I don't believe that QT is in on the meme. This is a desperate attempt to get on the internet's good side. Pure responded, name a more pointless award show. The face of a man who takes way too much pleasure hurting dogs. You can see the exact moment Hamas Piker stares down Ludwig for breaking protocol. Jellywig, play. Hassan 48 hours ago was melting down about Asmongold saying,
yeah, it's a little weird seeing Hassan have the time of his life there. He was having too much damn fun, if I'm just being frank.
These jokes are fine, yeah, but it's okay when QT does it or anybody else. Then Hassan talks about his streaming career and how he's changing lives. Asmon answers the question for Hassan, who got you into streaming? Destiny.
Not just about covering the news, but then people get to have some sort of impact and hopefully change people's lives for the better.
That's awesome. Well,
what got you into streaming, might I ask?
I was very bad off the cuff when I first started doing political commentary.
No, that's funny. He said, "Yo, what is up with the outfit though? This is crazy. He know what he doing. This is a gimmick at this point."
And I wanted to get better at it. And I was like, if I can play Fortnite and also be able to talk about politics, like I'll be able to yap a lot better. And now,
can he actually play Fortnite? I'm gonna be honest, I can't. I suck. I'm trash. Garbage.
I mean, it's been what, 7 years?
7 years? So you've been 7 years?
Yeah. At this point, it's been like 7 years, 5 as a full-time streamer, and now I can't seem to shut up. So I guess it worked.
That's true. I see you all the way at the top every time I'm streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not the top, right?
Yup, he's not the top. Definitely got to remind Diddy Piker that despite all his efforts, he will forever remain rank number 2 political streamer for the rest of his life, right? And don't get me started on YouTube, where he's still getting bodied by brain-breaking slop tubers, as he says. Big fan of the series, obviously.
More Peggy's made a dozen.
There's people that's dusting him. There's people that's dusting him on a regular basis. So I don't know what the hell he was thinking, right? But he's up there, right, for that woke audience.
Videos about you in the past few days. I love that guy. That guy is my favorite YouTuber, honestly.
By the way, did he just say that he changes people's lives for the better, or was that something else? Because what the fuck are you smoking, man? You are a net negative on planet Earth. Let's not act like you're ever helping anyone, okay? You only exist to cause more damage and chaos. Where there is light, there is darkness. Where there is good, there is evil. Hassan is that evil, right? He solely exists to play villain in the most legendary series ever created.
Nah, that was funny as hell. Yo, he's cooking his ass up. I was like, damn, bro. All right. He is pretty nasty. I ain't gonna argue with that.
since the dawn of time.
Of course, he put
The
the comedic
Pegasus
effect on
series.
it.
Hassan sure does love dressing like a fascist. Oh, is that like a Mao cosplayer? That would make sense. Okay. Destiny built the throne Hassan sits on. Right, here's him attempting to
snap.
joke with stable Ronaldo from FaZe. And I want you guys to just focus on the chat here.
Bro, come on, you know me, I'm a troll. Don't slam me, don't pick me up, don't throw me to the...
No, they were saying, what do you want to leave behind in 2025? I said, I don't want to say this in too close proximity to Ron, but nuisance streaming and clip baiting.
This nigga must be tiny. How tall is Hassan? Hassan Piker. I want to know how tall he is. 6'4", I'll still dog walk him in a video game. Mario Kart.
40 though, right? Not me, right?
I mean, you do it in a more like PG-13 kind of way.
In a friendly troll way, Hassan, bro. You know me, bro. We went to parties together. You know what I'm saying? We've been to places.
You keep it up, I'm gonna put the collar on you.
Okay, first off, W chat. Everybody should know Buddy is zapping his dog like Electro Wizard from Clash Royale. Second off, Hassan, for the final time, you are not in on the meme. You literally had a crash out over it, thinking people are trying to kill you because they showed you a meme that you posted on your own Twitter. This obviously bothers you. And you trying to act like you're unaffected and you just love the memes and you're embracing it and you can take a joke is completely fake. You're the scumbag who shocked his dog. You don't get to be in on the jokes. Yup, he compared this to S8, by the way, but hey, Hassan Sparker here is totally in on the jokes. I like this new name. Hassan's dog watching the stream. Why are they dressed like it's the Oscars? Their job is manipulating children. QT had to put this joke through Hassan's legal team first. Bro got the Asian dictator drip. Is it really wearing Mao's suit? Yeah, Hassan is...
I did not say that. Why is this nigga dressed like an Asian dictator, bro? This is crazy. He know what he doing. This dude, he's a joke.
Interesting choices for cosplay, I'll just say. Moving on to rank #1 detective XQC exposing QT Streamer Awards. Apparently, it was edited by Hassan's editors. They were the people hired to do the shit. Now, context, Ostonox is Hassan's degenerate freak editor who's always lying on Twitter. XQC shows why not a single clip of him, Asmongold, or any other streamers Hassan is known to dislike was featured during the entire Streamer Awards.
Did Ostonox edit this? If Hassan's editor edited this thing, I mean, it makes sense. I'm knowing this shit.
Is powering the...
That's crazy. I debunked it. Another win for the debunker. So what is his opinion? He's had a few clips. At least one clip.
Ghost chipping.
Look. Hassan is no one clip, but me in a maid outfit. Actually edited the whole thing. That is wild, brother. Dude, I could be the most mauled about somebody for like one stream, and I'll act like whatever, and I won't ever act any differently. This guy is mad for his boss, and he's actually editing the whole thing around his personal drama. This guy is such a cuck. That's just sad. That's just sad. But
that is some nasty ass work right there. Like I'm telling you, the stream game is pretty shady. If I had to say so myself. It's pretty nasty.
Buddy, how are you letting these random people that don't even know you exist control your life? That's crazy. Editors, opening video, nominations, bang. Look at this. Editor for Hassan, bang. Editor for Hassan, bang.
Wow.
Editor for Valkyrie, bang. GG's.
Oh my god, the debunker is back at it again. Absolute cinema. So Hassan's editors edited this show, and they were so petty, they decided to leave out clips of Asmongold XQC and a lot of Hassan's ops, even when...
That's disgusting. He's about to say, even when they was nominated... Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
They are clearly extremely popular streamers and deserve a mention. In fact, XQC was literally nominated for one of the awards, and he still did not appear in the clips, which is blatant favoritism, and obviously shows that this event is extremely biased and the awards are completely rigged. I mean, honestly, how pathetic.
It's a popularity contest between friends, bro. Like, come on. Like, this is clear as day. If it wasn't clear before, that should be now, right?
Can you be? And this completely exposes QT as well, because there she was trying to make all these shock collar jokes saying, oh, we're totally part of the meme, right? We totally acknowledge that Hassan shocked his dog. We're totally part of the internet, right? Look at this vibration collar. Look at me making shock collar jokes. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, she's working with Hassan's editors. Oh my God. Absolutely snaky moves. So XQC continues crashing out over the editing choices.
Some of these categories are getting 4 or 5 clips from Tubbo or whatever the fuck that we haven't seen that much. One small, like 2 minutes, we get Tubbo 4 times. And then in all the things he talks about, we get no clips or people that he's talking about in those clips. There's no speed, no Kai. That's most of the live streaming. So I'm not even saying that it's weird. I'm just saying it's just, I think the editing is just biased.
It was quite odd to see dress-up clips from Hassan multiple times and no XQC or Aspen clips. I know both play enough games to have a couple of clips, like not even an Aspen PA clip or XQC making weird noises. Always feel...
No, it's clear as day what they're doing, bro. That's mad clear, right? Which is why I'm telling you, I don't give a damn about these type of award shows or any award show at that. Right? If you don't have people that can check these type of things to make sure that there's no foul play or shady stuff going on, then yeah, man, this is going to happen.
It was odd to exclude some controversial creators that include Hassan multiple times, who has to be the most controversial of this year. He supports terrorists. I'm sorry. I need to keep bringing that up because whenever anybody says, oh, these guys are so controversial, how do you get more controversial than Hassan? I'm sorry. Like, the dog shocking thing is one thing. But dude, 3, not 1, not 2, 3 different terrorist wars. That is diabolical, okay? QT is literally Hassan's co-host and IRL friend. The editor is literally Hassan's editor. Enough said, I think. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm tired of giving these people the benefit of the doubt. Where like, okay, yeah, these people don't really support Hassan. They're just like in the community, whatever. Nah. QT, Jellywig, all these people, they're explicit supporters at this point.
And the Circle Jerk Awards, the Twitch aristocracy. You're either in or you're out. It's quite odd seeing dress-up clips from Hassan multiple times and no XQC.
That's what they should call it, though. The Circle Jerk Awards, bro. Only people that's pumping it and acting like they care is the people within that circle.
Asmon clips. Again, whenever something seems like it's problematic or rigged, that's because it probably is. They obviously didn't want to have me in the clips because I'm super controversial and I've talked shit about all of them. Like, obviously.
Hassan's editors actually tried to deflect any blame.
From what I can tell, that Maggie wasn't in the year review vid, and I can't read it. This guy has the reading comprehension of his master, aka the fake commie lord. There are 4 names, and I was saying, dude, these videos is like seem pretty selected on like who's on the video, biased almost, right? The video cuts to this shit where your name is on a screen. It's right there. Now go suck your fake commie lord, your master.
I mean, I don't know what to say. Hassan's editor literally has negative IQ. I don't know what the heck he was trying to prove there. He always has the most brain dead tweets on the planet. Obviously, if you work for Hassan, you have contracted his brain damage or something like that. And I just gotta say, this is such a dumb choice by QT, because why on earth would you choose Hassan's editors to edit the show? Because they're obviously going to be disgustingly biased. And it's not like QT can't find editors, right? She's a streamer herself. She makes content. She literally has a million connections. She's part of the Hollywood of Twitch. Her boyfriend is literally Jellywig, one of the biggest content creators, who obviously has 50 editors on payroll. Not actually 50, right? A bunch of editors on payroll because of his YouTube channel as well. All the events he puts on, all the streams he does. Obviously, he has a bunch of editors as well, bunch of contacts, but no, they still go with Hassan's editors. I wonder why. Just gotta say, massive QTL XQCW once again. This is what happens when insiders do their own award show. Imagine if EA ran the video game awards and just included any studio they considered competitors, or excluded any sort of...
How nuts that sound? Like, that's crazy. It's kind of like what, like the Hall of Fame, right, for the UFC. I think that should be a Hall of Fame of martial arts in general, of mixed martial arts. And I don't think Dana White or any of the UFC people should be in the decision making. But it sounds crazy. Because then there's a bunch of people that you like, damn, they not inducted in the Hall of Fame yet? Why not? Oh, because a person who grudges. There's people that's in the Hall of Fame that might not even deserve it at this moment, especially compared to the people that do. So it's that type of thing. It's real fake.
Criticism as well. I think the awards have lost full credibility. It's just a big circle jerk. No one will pay attention to it anymore. And yeah, honestly, I think the decision to not give Hassan any award was like a curated PR decision to say that, hey, just because he shocked his dog, there was going to be way too much of backlash if we actually make him win an award. But behind the scenes, he's still running things and his editors are literally editing the event. Right, so out of nowhere, Aiden Ross jumps in, calls out the Colorgate Jokes of Streamer Awards, ponders how he'd be treated if he did the same.
And I'm not going to give awards to my dick-sucking friends. I'm not. I'm going to give awards to people that deserve it, like Hassan for shocking his dog and cracking jokes, and everyone thinks it's funny when he literally abused the dog.
Yo.
You know, it's very funny. That's very funny to me. He literally abused his animal. Like, dude, what the f-? Could you imagine? Could you fucking imagine if I shocked the dog on stream? Could you fucking imagine what would happen to me? I'd be banned in a second.
Yeah, well, at this point, I think we all know that Hassan is a protected class on Twitch, regardless of what his delusional chat thinks that Asmon is protected on Twitch. I don't know how the fuck you come to that conclusion. Next, they're going to say Tectone is actually the protected one.
That sounds crazy. Those are the people that's targeted by a lot of these fake ass losers. I want to just destroy anything that's not woke. Hassan. These are people, that is crazy.
On Twitch, not fucking brother, delusional scumbags. The thing is, at this point, they are literally Hollywood. They're covering up their crimes. They're okay with zapping dogs. Literally captured on video, lied about it 50 times. It's so obvious. F all these people, all these gaslighting scumbag pieces of shit, constantly lying about every single thing to protect their friends. We are all sick of it. Anyways, then QT attempts to be part of the crowd again, so drops a Dan Clancy joke.
Dan Clancy is here! Which is really nice, because I kind of see Dan as a father figure. And just like my real dad, he spends way too much time online hitting on my friends.
Okay, first off, who's doing the camera work here? I mean, why don't they show Dan Clancy's reaction?
Yeah, I was gonna say, who the hell is this guy? And I realized, oh wait, Dan Clancy's over in the side in the dark corner, looking like Babadook. Like, why is he? That nigga look like the split personality in Secret Window. That's what that nigga look like. Why is the camera focused on this dude that was like a reject Keanu Reeves and not focused on Dan Clancy? Said the jokes were so unfunny in my opinion. Wait, that's trash. I could have wrote better. I could have freestyled better. If I'm just being honest, that shit was garbage. They had really, really horrible, bad, corny jokes. I don't know who they hired to write these jokes. Maybe the streamers wrote their own jokes. Should have had some real comedians come in and help or something.
Like, you spend bajillion dollars on production, but you can't do basic camera work. Like, what the hell? Second off, I'm getting a call. Hello, Twitch CEO Daniel Clancy here. Why, yes, I do love hitting on your friends QT, especially if they're e-girls. You know I love my e-girls. That's why I created Twitch in the first place. An abundance, an unlimited amount of e-girls. And they all have to suck up to me, DJ Dan the Diddler. Now listen here, here's my proposal, QT.
It's crazy. Does this sound like this is actually something you said, though?
Set me up with extra Emily immediately, or you're permabanned. In fact, I want to be with her in the car when we die in a car accident. DJ Dan out. Okay, Dan, that was pathetic even for you. Holy shit, the terminal simping, Jesus Christ. No way you predicted it. Pegasus right now, seeing he's been given the perfect green light for another Dan Clancy satirical possession in his video. First off, it is not satirical. It is absolutely real. Dan Clancy has been possessing me. And no amount of exorcisms is getting him out of me. Wait, I didn't want to say it like that. So then she made a joke about Rakai.
Pause, buddy. Pause. Yeah, I was riding with you until you went there. Like, yeah, I definitely ain't on that type of time, sir.
I have no idea who this guy is. People tell me he's like a tiny, obnoxious Kai Cenat, but like a million times worse. Like completely brain rotted, but I don't know for sure.
What? It's Rakai in his seat. Did we get Rakai back in his seat? Is he hiding? Rakai? Question.
Yo.
What's the coolest thing you've ever stolen? Don't answer the test. It's a test, Rakai.
Yo.
Don't answer it. Don't answer it. Take his mic. Take his mic. What? Well, yeah, no. He's learned his lesson. He's not allowed to answer that.
I've been here for 57
All right, extra
months.
Emily.
What the fuck is this?
That is actually wild. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay, so did
Yeah, that was corny as hell.
Kai like actually steal something like Nina Lynn, or is this like a racist joke or something? I highly doubt you'd like explicitly make a
Kai allegedly did a Nina Lynn, but it was fake. All right, so what he did was he acted like he pretty much had some flowers from the store, and instead of buying it, he gave it to some woman and goes, "Hey, this is for you." And she was like, "Did you buy that already?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then the woman starts walking out, and then he runs the other way. Apparently, what we didn't see is that I think his sister or whoever works for him, his assistant, ran up to the lady and said, yo, it was just a skit. Sorry about that. And took the flowers back and put it back into the store. Right? So he wanted to act as if he was stealing, but he didn't actually steal. We just couldn't see the whole, hey, this is a prank. It's fake thing at the end. I don't think Nina Lynn did that. So yeah, she's trying to insinuate that he's stealing that because he's black. It just comes off that way when you don't have full context. But he recently got canceled for stealing something, even though it was apparently fake.
Racist Joe, because she had that whole phase situation where she was apologizing for being friends with people or whatever. But regardless, her delivery sucks in these jokes. She seems afraid to even say anything. She's just very bad at this. If you want to say something, say it with your chest, say it like you mean it, and not like you're going to apologize like 5 minutes later, right? Right, another clip is going viral about your Rage. Asked his favorite color on the pride flag.
Still on business, Loki.
You're right there with Rage. Rage, I had a quick question. What's your favorite color on the pride flag?
Green.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes! Good!
Yes.
Is green on the pride flag?
All right.
Okay, maybe I don't get it because I don't follow these streamers or whatever, but was he like homophobic in the past, or is that a reference, or was he like Hassan who said Hezbollah is my favorite flag, something like that? Funny how you can technically use Hassan for the racist segments.
Remember when like Sneeko was asking streamers questions like this to be funny, and they all like shunned him and stopped talking to him and like walked away and would ignore him when they saw him in public? Ain't it funny how they could ask these same questions publicly in front of everyone and not get that same type of reaction? It's kind of weird. It's almost as if they just wanted to hate on this nigga Sneeko.
The homophobic segments, the dog shocking segments, the terror supporting segment, like every segment you can probably use Hassan for it. He's an all-rounder, Real team player right there. If this was the Olympics, he wins every award. But yeah, I don't really know the context. He might be a completely normal guy, but I'm just trying to interpret based on QT's joke. I'm assuming she's poking fun at some controversy. Whoever was writing jokes for her has to be fired ASAP. Snap, this one's going into my cringe compilation. Right, so then Fan made fun of Kai Cenat, saying he looks like Diddy, and some guy named Ty Lil got mad for Kai because I guess he's a simp of Kai?
You broke the record for the most expensive haircut and the least.
Pegasus don't know about this or the background. I know a little bit, mostly because a lot of them from New York and the Bronx. And I like to see people from the city winning out here in these streets. But let's let the clip play first.
Educational university. So congratulations to you. Oh, and also congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
I think that's kind of messed up. I do think that's a messed up joke. then she goes over there and gives her the mic. Wow.
If you all gonna be on the mic, now turn this mic, now turn this shit on. Turn this shit on. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny.
I thought it was.
Have a good night.
Here. Do you want to do a joke?
No.
Okay.
There you go.
I only said that because he got his hair cut.
Okay, this is really awkward.
See, but that's a horrible joke. Comparing this man to Diddy. Did you watch the documentary and see all the nasty allegations that were made? So I do think that's pretty jacked up. That's grimy. But the reason why Ty Will stepped up is because not only was that his friend before, like even the whole streaming thing, but he has a whole career because of Kai. Kai has a crew called the Clover Boys that he helps and pretty much sponsored and put a lot into and made a lot of these guys become even more famous and have careers and be able to take care of their family and so on and so on. So he has a certain level of loyalty to this man. If you said that to somebody that I cared about, I would be just as offended. So yeah, we definitely gonna play the nasty song. Like I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's cool to compare him to Diddy. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Yeah, I just think it's foul.
And cringe. I guess the joke was, comparing him to Diddy or whatever. I don't know if that's like too far or whatever. But if you're like going to these shows, I guess they're going to make fun of you. They're going to poke fun at you or whatever. Kai didn't even really say anything. He just showed it with his face that he didn't like the joke or whatever. But he got his number one glazer there to talk for him instead. Buddy, just some advice. Wipe off your mouth after you're done.
I mean, like imagine if you found some up and coming streamers or content creators that had like no following whatsoever. You taught them how to make videos, put them in a house, pretty much paid for the house, paid for the expenses, just so they can have the freedom to be able to create and build their careers. And then someone said something about you, more Pegasus. I would think that they would defend you. I don't think that's really glazing. That's like more so protecting family, but I get it. You don't actually know the background of that. So to you, it looked like he's just super glazing. That whole table that was sitting there were all Kai Cenat's, pretty much people that he signed. Those are all people within his group.
Because it's we can see it right now. It's just fucking dude got a
like imagine if someone disrespected Asmongold and they was a part of OTK. They probably gonna speak out in his defense, right? It's the same thing. Asmongold is one of the only big Twitch streamers I like, to be honest. Let me see. Well, I don't know. I watch only a few people. Like I watch Asmongold whenever I have the time. Tectone. That's really it. And just whatever I come across, right?
Offended on guys and that's
bigger streamers. Right, I watch more like smaller people. Like for TV shows that I watch, there's some content creators that do live streams weekly about that. I'm in their live streams, donating, talking, coming on panel. Niggas don't even know it's me. This shit is hilarious, bro. They be like, oh my gosh, your voice is so cool. Like, you need to start doing YouTube. I'm like, people always say that. People always say that. You know what I mean? No one knows me. The shit's like, I see some people would be in the comment section. Is that Beast Boy? But then, yeah. So I watch a lot.
Kai not beating takes himself too seriously allegations. Dude, I don't know what it is. I cannot watch these guys for a single second, bro. Just the way they present themselves every 2 seconds. Like, I cannot stand.
It's different. Oh, it might be the same for people that's like creating content as well. Because when I'm not editing or trying to live stream on my own, it's very small moments that I do have to be able to catch a live stream. So like, I'm real like picky with who I watch. And so far, Tectone and Asmongold have been real ones, right? To where even my older brother was watching Asmongold, you know what I mean? Before I even watched YouTube or anything. So Those are the live streamers the bigger live streamers that I watch more frequently.
Now, how do people watch this shit? You gotta be terminally TikTok brain rotted. The level of cringe,
But I'm
over
watching
9,000. How do you
shows.
say so much
Live
with Sky's
shows.
meat so far down his throat? Why is everyone so
Going on,
sensitive? I
Kendall.
thought they would take jokes better than Hollywood actors. She should have doubled down and said Kai took it well and you got offended for him. The internet is going to love this. Yeah, well, that's more like a shower thought. Like, you're not going to be witty enough to say that in the moment, right? At least QT's not going to be. Anyways, more streamers respond to this whole drama. Myth gives his take on the jokes during Stream Awards, and Tyler...
People that were like real ones, especially people from the hood, they appreciated what he just did, defending his homie's honor. Shit, people make up things about me and say that as a joke, right? If more people spoke up for me, I would appreciate that shit. So yeah, I don't know.
A moment. Cook sucks. Defends FanFan's performance.
What did you think of the jokes this year? Listen, I don't think the jokes were bad. I think we got to stop apologizing for making jokes right after we say it. We just got to let it bang. If you're gonna say a fucked up joke, say the fucked up joke and let it hang, bro. Say it with your fucking, say that shit. I think what the problem is when people deliver jokes and then they apologize for delivering the joke, it kind of ruins.
So in his own break, I was about to say that, like, damn it, I don't know when was the last time he put out anything, man. Besides, he'll do like his talking head videos, which I ain't mad at because he be cooking, and shorts. He does a lot of YouTube shorts still. I'm like, damn, man, can we get some content, brother? What's going on? I hope you're all right. But yeah, he's definitely one of the streamers I actually really like his content. He be having me cracking up.
It's the joke. I think the jokes were great. You just got to stand 10 toes down.
It gives me
just
motivation.
Fucking say it. Fucking bang it. And people aren't going to like it.
Watching real streamers like Tectone Asmon Gold, it gives me a lot of motivation to know that you don't have to be fake and nasty to blow up. You know what I mean?
But that's the point. But I laughed at a lot of jokes last night just based off the principle. Like, I like the roasting streamers segment. I think it's funny. I actually do. I like it. There are a lot of times, though, throughout the night where people would say a fucked up joke and then they would apologize. And I'm like, no. Like, I'd be watching. I'm like, don't do it. Don't apologize, bro. Just fucking.
Why you do the Darth Vader grip?
If you're gonna say a fucked up joke, own it.
These people are stupid. These people are stupid. They can't take jokes, man. They're fucking streamers, okay? These guys are fucking streamers. Get out of the fucking streaming space if you can't handle it. Oh my god. Chat, roast us every fucking day.
Yeah, Hassan do be slandering Tectone like crazy. That's why I related a lot to Tectone. Like, seeing all the nastiness he had to deal with. I'm like, shit, I'd be dealing with the same stuff. Right, so yeah, it's pretty foul.
And these young kids can't take a goddamn joke. That is streamers should be the biggest people. I mean, we should be able to take the jokes the most because we can deal with it every fucking day.
I mean, they apologize because they're pathetic and spineless. They obviously get it from the king of all jellyfish, the ruler of jellyfish fields, Ludwig himself, right? They can't really stand by their own jokes. They just apologize right after. They just want to do the correct PR move at any moment, not lose any connections. Even when somebody's being a pansy and getting offended over something, they still want to include them. They still want to suck off their clout or whatever. It's so repulsive. It's just so repulsive. I, for one, will not be apologizing for creating the legendary series. So legendary that intergalactic beings are watching as we speak. Alien224 really liked this episode. I sent it to him in advance. Everybody say hi to Alien224. He's a top 1% viewer. Great guy, actually. Moving on to another controversy. Burnt Peanut won the Best VTuber award, and VTubers were not happy. As you see on...
I don't watch VTubers. I ain't gonna front. When I was on vacation, I thought about coming back as a VTuber. I was like, I'm gonna just get the artwork done. Because I've done streams like without showing my face. I mean, I think I went like 2 years doing streams like this. Like 2 years. I don't give a damn. But it seems like people relate to me a lot more when they're able to see me, and I get a lot of comments of people saying that they prefer that better. So I was like, whatever, I don't mind.
Burnt Peanut's best VTuber win. VTubers in shambles.
Support, gentlemen. Good night and Godspeed.
A VTuber is like a virtual. Glad I got to the mute button before that sneeze came out. But a VTuber is like a virtual YouTuber or streamer. Pretty much what they do is, and I have the graphics for it. That's the crazy part. I have some like mini VTuber type of video graphics. Maybe I could show y'all an example. Do I have it? Is it still in my archive? Because I haven't used it in so long. Okay, I still have it. Can I upload this? Yeah, maybe I could pull it up. Give you guys like a more direct example. Because it's not letting me share the screen. Oh, I could just drag and drop. Let me drag and drop. That might be faster. So sitting here doing it slow motion. Do I have enough space? It's loading. All right. So imagine you see this, right? And I'm just using this to talk to you the whole time. You don't see my face. Could I put it on loop? Let me put it on loop. So you don't see my face. You just see this talking to you the whole time. Maybe it might move around a little bit more and jump. And if it gets a donation and move, but you'll see like the mouth maybe moving more as if it's like mimicking how I would move as when I'm talking currently. And then it's the same thing. Like I'm reacting to stuff, but you don't see my face in any way, shape, or form. It's virtual. You know what I mean? A lot of creators are starting to do that. Like even if they weren't like that before, they're doing that so they can be able to do live streams and do more reactions and more content, or just talking to people. You know what I mean? A lot of these VTubers are actually fake. They're not real people. It's a company running some kind of voice software. It's pretty weird.
Hey man,
See? Like this person's like talking peanut. This is a talking peanut that move around. Or you see like a cat girl or a vampire or...
Good night and Godspeed.
Hey man, the VTubers in shambles.
Award for best reality streamer.
Imagine being a VTuber taking out a fucking loan against a bank from a big fucking corporate to get a model that's costing fucking $60,000 to lose the scuffiest piece of shit avatar from fucking Windows 95. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, not gonna lie, I don't really know what qualifies as a VTuber. I thought it's just like a virtual avatar, right, that represents yourself. And I guess that he is in that category. And a lot of people seem to like him. So I don't really see anything wrong here. I guess people really wanted like a female anime girl VTuber to win because that's traditionally what you...
That's what there's a lot of. A lot of female anime girl VTubers, and people don't realize that's not even a girl behind it. That's a dude. They use voice changers. Nigga, Discord got a voice changer that out of nowhere they allow everyone to access. I can make my voice anything on it. I think you might be even able to upload your own joint. Like, let me see. Y'all wouldn't be able to hear it, but yeah, that's freaky. That's mad freaky. I don't even want to use it. But yeah, these VTubers are dangerous, bro. You said that's lame in a way. That might be part of the reason why I chose not to do it.
Think of when you think of like a VTuber, but if you want that, then you got to make a separate category for that, right? You can't really get mad when someone more popular wins like this, if of course it's not rigged. Peanut won because he's actually entertaining, not a corporate anime bot. My goat clip farming to rage bait. Some VTubers think paying more for a model rig will make up for their unentertaining personality. Burnt Peanut is just that good. I can't believe I'm just discovering him now. Voting was 100% hijacked by people who hate VTubing to troll it. His victory showed the world is healing.
Hey, what's up, Nish? How are you?
Normies should just explode. Dude isn't even a VTuber with a clown show. As a VTuber, I find this hilarious. Good for him. If you're able to amass a large following as a Snapchat filter, you're doing something very right as an entertainer. That's true. A bunch of people are happy for him. A bunch of people are mad for him. Classic.
There's a lot of pervs that got exposed as VTubers too. So yeah, it's pretty wild.
Internet. Moving on to Asmongold calling out Twitch's hypocrisy. Asmon reacts to the box ad at the Streamer Awards. Another Gamba ad.
You think Nina Lynn's going to win Streamer of the Year? I can't see why not. Ooh, another Gamba ad.
I want to see gold.
Kobe. We love gambling.
Fernando Alonso.
Losing all of our money. Chasing losses.
God is good.
And taking out a second mortgage on your house.
You say God is good all the time. All the time. Is that too perv central? Yeah. That would be perv central.
30X. A limited box.
In
Rocket Back.
Igor, Jungle Box. Can do this. What hours that?
W Box, man. Shout out to Box.
Wow. Maybe I should get a sponsorship with them.
Right. So obviously, Hassan and Pokimane are immediately going to quit Twitch now, right? Because they hate gambling. Twitch is promoting gambling. Oh, wait, they aren't going to do shit. A story as old as time. Hypocrisy. It's funny seeing a Gamba ad by people who virtue signal about how bad Kick was for Gamba. I guess they cope that it's just cards, lol. I mean, even Ludwig did like a, what? Was it poker sponsor? And then like a Fansly sponsor? Like, I just don't know. These people are not consistent. And I thought gambling was banned on Twitch. What's going on? Not anymore. Irony is crazy. They hated FCC for accepting millions in a Gamba deal. Then they promoted years later. They're only mad that they didn't get the millions. Well, for Boki and Hassan, 100%, that's the reason. But yes, you can be concerned about gambling and promoting gambling and the effects of that, obviously. But for people like Boki and Hassan, it's just not genuine. So anyways, QT made a closing message, ends her show with a message about the goal of Streamer Awards. Building bridges, so wholesome.
What I was saying, though,
subs for herself
is that I never created this show with the sole purpose of handing out awards. So little boy up there, I hope you feel really good about yourself, because this right here, this is a vehicle for togetherness. This is about building bridges. Okay? That's what this is for. And if you're watching right now, maybe you're watching in a chat right now with your favorite streamer. Maybe it's in a Discord call with some friends. Maybe you took the time out of your day to come into this room and watch and be together with us today. And for one night out of the whole entire year, I am lucky enough that all of you.
She yapping. She do be yapping, bro. Somebody got canceled for saying that she was yapping and telling her to shut up. She yapping. This bullshit. It's all about love. Because with each other, if we put our minds together, we could erase all world hunger. Like, shut up. What the fuck are you talking about? You don't care about none of this bull crap that you spewing. You just want to make yourself feel good and get that money and get the viewership. Damn, I think the live stream got like 18 million views or something like that. You think she ain't killing it? Think she put that in a bank. What? And that stream was like for 24 hours plus? Yeah, out your mind if you don't think that she was getting her money off of this. It wasn't about none of this bullcrap she's saying. She's so full of shit, guaranteed. Quitting Twitch over gambling and not the more serious things to quit over is crazy. Word up, though.
Let me bring you together. Because we are so quick to criticize online, and I hope a night like
she's tiny. Like,
this reminds everyone to slow down and find time to support each other.
She lying. You're lying. Support who? People that could get your numbers up. That's all these fake collabs be about. That's why I don't like collabing. These niggas don't care. Like, I'd rather just rock with my audience, bro. Like, F all this fake stuff.
Oh, please. Do not focus on the winners. Do Do not focus on the nominees. Focus on all of you because you're all so inspiring. So many of you. And we can only fit so many of you in this room, and there's so many.
Dude, she needs to shut up.
Karen alert. Oh my. Miss Karen, she coming. She get your stuff. Get your stuff. Karen alert. Oh my. Miss Karen, she coming. She get your stuff.
Forgot that I put it on loop. But yeah, this is fake. This is a performance.
More that I would love to highlight and I would love to appreciate. And I just thank you all for being the creative minds that you are. And a massive thank you to our production team.
Right. We are quick to criticize online. What is the criticism? Don't electrocute your dog and don't lie about it. Wow, guys, we are just so hateful. Why are we so hateful for thinking somebody zapping their dog is wrong, or somebody supporting terrorists, or committing SA on stream and getting away with it multiple times, or stealing on camera, or driving recklessly, endangering people's lives, right? Calling people out.
Damn, he going in. Facts, though. It's wrong to call people out for all these nasty things. That's toxic.
For this, we're the bad guys. Okay, you're so fake. You're so disgusting. You people absolutely suck, and none of us can stand you. No normal person can stand the whole.
He said, Tucker Carlson came out and defended Candace. You have that video? Is there a clip of it? I'd like to check that out.
Hollywood of Twitch. Vehicle for togetherness. Are you kidding me? These bullshit fake speeches, clearly rigged awards. I mean, it's so pathetic. By the way, was that extra Emily literally looking at her phone during this emotional speech by her like good friend there? Is she texting with Dan Clancy? Ay, ay, ay. Good sentiment, but saying it at an invite-only event where a number of top streamers were allowed to be at or nominated kind of defeats the message. Togetherness and building bridges, but only with who we choose. Exactly. Yet her group of friends are the main reason for the divide. Nepotism doesn't build bridges. Bridges were already there. Asmon responds, reacts to QT's message of unity.
And find time to support each other.
Nope. Tomorrow I'm going to cover all the drama for the show. It's going to be fucking great. I'm going to be back to work tomorrow in the morning.
Nope. What you talking about? Shoot, I'm back to work right now. Do that next? Yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out. It started playing in the background right now. Hold on, let me pause it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out next. 100%.
I'm going to wake up early. It's Sunday. That's the awards day. That's my day.
Listen, the only reason I like the Streamer Awards is that it gives me another episode of the legendary series. Your entire existence is only a tool for more cinema, okay?
It's hilarious. Make sure y'all check out more Pegasus, man. He's a really good content creator. Very genuine person. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the like button. Share the video as well. What's going on, guys? We got an update from Benny Johnson. Apparently, Tucker Carlson spoke on a few things. I think he spoke on Candace Owens and Tim Pool and the TPUS. All of this mess, man. All this, man. Let's just get straight into it so we could be able to know what's going down. Did I say it right? It's TP.
Benny, Tucker Carlson is on the record saying he's not going to speculate about Charlie Kirk's murder and the events surrounding it, yet leave it to Theo Von to elicit out of somebody their darkest and deepest secrets. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Tucker Carlson talking about Charlie Kirk's murder and the curious events surrounding it. As we have stated on this program time and time again, we want maximal transparency, maximal investigative force, and maximal confessions and evidence brought to light. In the absence of that, you are going to have people that spiral, and that's what you're seeing right now. Who's in charge of the damn investigation? Well, it's not Erica Kirk, and it's not Candace Owens, and it sure as hell ain't me. And the way that you actually get people to go freaking crazy on stuff like this is to hold things back from them, to lie to them, or to deceive them. And what I mean by that is the judge is right now in this case planning on, it seems like, banning all cameras and all media from the courthouse. So we won't be able to watch the trial. We'll just be able to see these little sketches and hear little blurbs about it later. But that's totally and wholly inadequate. People are going to lose their minds if that's the case. And Tucker Carlson's saying as much, and he's right about it. So here we go. Let's start with Tucker Carlson describing the real problems with this investigation, saying that there has to be more.
But so I would say of the assassination, first of all, I knew him well. He was
that is some
my
BS.
house before he was killed, so I feel emotional
It's suspect as hell too. There's some BS and it's mad suspect
about it. Still,
who was Charlie Kirk?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
And I love his wife and know his wife well, and so I feel emotional about it. So, I just haven't wanted everything to do with it. But I will say a couple of things. I don't understand the official story at all.
Of his assassination?
I don't understand it, and I want to make sure that there is a truly rigorous and honest federal investigation of it. And I'm definitely concerned about that. A. B. Hey,
what's up, Cloverfield? How you doing?
I think that I don't know many of the details, but I know that recently Candace said that Egyptian registered aircraft were following Erica Kirk, Charlie's widow, around for a number of years in different places in the world. That's one of the weirdest things I've ever heard. And I just want to say that is factually true. That's true. So that's like the one data point that I happen to know is true. What does that mean? I have literally no idea. I can't even guess, but that's very, very strange.
And what is Egyptian? It could mean aircrafts from Egypt. Who knows?
I think that they were registered in Egypt.
Got it.
And but that fact is true. So enough. And it also her claim that, there were kind of a disproportionately large number of foreign registered cell phones at the event. That's also true. So what does that add up to? I don't know, but it means that, the FBI has a moral and legal obligation to look in every direction and to be open-minded, as you would in any investigation, in journalism, in science. It's all the same process. I don't know the answer, and I'm going to sift through everything as open-mindedly as I can, as honestly as I can, to get to what the truth is. That's science, that's law enforcement, that's journalism. It's all the same. That's justice. And I just want to make sure that is happening. And I just don't have a ton of confidence in the FBI or the men who run it. And I'm not saying that out of ignorance at all.
That's a scary part too.
I'm not alleging anything. I'm just saying I think it's really important that we have that.
Yeah, and also
I have
I never wanted to think
Twitter
any of this.
shit. Like leaders of the FBI are on Twitter. Like what?
Oh, do you see the video that Tim Dillon did about the
No, because it makes me too mad.
But no, I agree. It's like, and also here's the weird thing. I never wanted to think about any of this.
No,
I never wanted to think that our FBI didn't care about us, or that our CIA was compromised, or that we couldn't you can't even call the police department without thinking that it goes directly to some other foreign lobby, right? Like
Theo Von is so earnest in these conversations. Tucker Carlson, clearly they're going directly after Dan Bongino and Kash Patel for being on Twitter, saying that he doesn't have any confidence in them and their ability to investigate here or run the FBI. I have a feeling this is going to elicit a reaction out of Kash and Dan, and more importantly, going to sort of cast a pall on the investigation of Charlie Kirk's murder, which, again, every single independent voice can tell you it would be great to have more clarity. It would be great to have more clarity on President Trump's assassination attempt. I mean, really, you're talking about events that changed the country forever, and would be good to have a step-by-step breakdown of what's going on.
I agree.
It's perfectly fine to ask questions about these things. It's perfectly natural and healthy, actually, to do that. And
it'd be weird not to, honestly. In my personal opinion, I think it would be suspect not to. Someone said, could I send you some funny YouTube videos, like short horror films? You could send it. No guarantee I'm gonna check it out, but you can send it though. You can send it. You never know.
More importantly, we've learned that the CIA was lying to us for 70 years about the JFK assassination. So, I mean, you're the people who lied, right? The CIA did bump Lee Harvey Oswald in Mexico. They've now finally admitted that. They had to get that admission clawed out of their cold, dead hands. And so, again, you're the ones who broke it. Like, it is incumbent upon the currently
cold, dead hands is crazy. But, yeah. No, that's a good analogy.
Leadership of the CIA, FBI, and so on in order to try and fix it. And the way that you do that is maximal transparency and investigative efforts. Here's Tucker Carlson calling for that, saying that you have got to be more transparent and forceful in your investigation here.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not like a weirdo just because your brain is trying to figure things out. That's a brain's job, is to try to figure things out, is to try to make organization of things, right? So it's just so crazy that people who are trying to figure things out are getting ostracized.
Yeah, join Discord. Facts, Biggs. Join Discord if you want to be able to send me stuff.
You know, whether they're right or wrong or something, at least they're trying to have some semblance of like curiosity, which is really just kind of
the official story describing the murder of your friend doesn't make sense, and you find yourself yelling at a podcaster for coming up with other theories, you're barking in the wrong direction. Your anger should be focused on the people whose job it is legally, constitutionally, to get to the answer. And there's very little pressure on them, I notice. Yeah. And a great deal of pressure on Candace Owens. And by the way, I've said this to him.
I said, Theo, a real one. Yeah, I rock with Theo. I've been rocking with Theo since he was on reality TV. And he stopped that bully from beating on that small dude. He jumped in there like, hey, man, you can't just be smacking people.
A bunch of people, you know,
I rock
the record, you know, people I'm just talking to. It's like, you know, what Candace is saying is clearly causing a lot of turmoil. Is it true or not? I can't assess it. I'm not the FBI. I'm a freaking podcaster, but I do know how the system works, and it's really simple. The FBI has this case, and of course, the state of Utah. It's their job to not only find out what happened, but present it to the public in a way that restores some confidence that you can have justice in this country. We have functioning law enforcement. I don't have confidence in that because there's a lot of evidence that we don't have that. So
hold on. Make sure I'm not tripping.
Restore confidence by being honest and telling a story that makes sense. So why, and if they don't do that, and they haven't done that, they have not done that, how can you be mad at Candace Owens or anyone else for filling a vacuum that they left?
Yeah.
Well, Candace was bad. Okay, no. The people with the authority are the ones responsible.
They're not giving us the information. How can you be mad at Candace Owens for not only seeking the information, but trying to present it to us? She's doing what they're not doing. Nah, that's facts.
Responsible. And they're the ones who should be held responsible when there's a failure. Not some podcaster, not me, not you, not Candace, the people whose job it is. Talk about, and it's always that. It's always like, you know, you say, well, I don't know why Israel's committing genocide, and guys say, shut up, Theo Von. It's like, shouldn't you be mad at Israel for committing the genocide? No.
Yeah, or shouldn't why am I the one even asking about it? Exactly. Dude, I'm just a curious tard, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's facts. The truth should have been exposed to us already.
Saying I'm trying my best, but dude,
I couldn't agree more.
You know,
again, I love Theo Von. He's just such an earnest individual. Makes him great at this kind of stuff. It's, you know, like a Labrador. You don't want to disappoint.
Damn.
Tucker Carlson addressed the Charlie Kirk murder one final time in this podcast, and the leadership around it and the conversation. That's good.
But anyway, here's what I am concerned about. A lot of things. One, he acted alone. Tell me how that worked. I don't, you know, none of us really act alone.
It's hard to go anywhere by yourself, too.
Thank you. Exactly. You acted totally alone. Okay. You're going to have to prove that to me. It's totally possible. Anything is possible. Weird things have happened. We'll continue to. But that's not my default assumption, and it shouldn't be yours. And their default assumption was we acted alone. Really? Why do you think that? What about life suggests that people typically act alone? When was the last time you acted alone in anything? I don't go, you know, right? So A. B, we know that people had foreknowledge. of this because they posted about it on X and said Charlie Kirk is going to be killed on this date, and he was.
Is that true?
Yes, it's true.
But were they just guessing? Was it a guessing thing where every day they
when
posted that?
Maybe. Have those people been interviewed? Have they been hauled into FBI HQ?
Did we play the nasty song yet? Yeah, why they not more on that? Yeah, let's play that nasty.
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name. You
nasty. Super nasty.
You and had a long conversation with how they knew that. Like, let's get really specific. Why did you post that? Who have you talked to? Like, if I were doing this investigation, because I spent my whole life doing non-criminal investigations called journalism, like, what do we know is true? How do we find out? Call everybody, be open-minded. It's like it's the same process. If I was doing this investigation, they would be at the very top of the list. We know because we've got public postings on Twitter that people know, just like on 9/11. We know people bet against American Airlines and the banks that were in the World Trade Centers. They shorted those stocks. Those people clearly had foreknowledge of 9/11. Who were those people? We still don't know. So I would start there.
But so you're saying that just the fact that there could possibly be some foreknowledge should be investigated.
Well, there was foreknowledge because I saw the tweets. And so I saw at least two that said, everything's going to change when Charlie Kirk gets to the college in Utah.
Okay.
So those people, I'm not saying they're part of the conspiracy, but there's evidence that they had foreknowledge. Okay. So that's where you begin.
And then crazy that sound. That sound wild, bro. Whoa.
I could go on. Like, tell me how this guy who seemed normal became a radical trans furry murderer. It's not enough to tell me, oh, trans. I'm not pro-trans, by the way.
But was that the guy or his boyfriend?
Well, exactly right. Tell me how this guy became so radicalized that he murdered a stranger. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying I want an explanation for how it happened. Why wouldn't I?
I agree.
Oh, we can't talk about that because it'll prejudice the jury pool. Really, you've told the world that you have both a confession from him in his text to his boyfriend and the murder weapon with his fingerprints on it. I think you got a pretty solid case. So why is it so difficult to just explain, dude, 9/11, the rubble was still smoldering whenever I was on television on 9/11. So I remember this very well. People are instantly appeared. Oh, this is Islamic radicalism. Here's where it comes from. We're going to invite this guy in from Columbia who's just written a book about it. And like the whole explanation was ready to go.
Yeah.
There's no even attempt, which is both good and bad, but there's no attempt to explain how this happened. Like that's the key question we all want to know. Yes, I know Charlie Kirk was murdered by gunshot. Got it. Saw it. Why? And they never want to tell you.
Yeah.
Was the kid on SSRI? Shut up. Are you a Scientologist? And they immediately start name calling you. Oh, you're Candace Owens now? No.
That is crazy. Yep. Whenever you're a truth teller and you're seeking the truth, they always want to shut you down. And then call you crazy, say that you're like conspiracy theorist and all this nastiness. When I think even that term in general was made to try to distract people from the truth. It was a way to try to, like, I guess you could say, get people to not listen to you. Yeah, that is pretty wild.
But if you're just a curious person who wants to know why your friend got killed,
well, that's kind of what I am. That's what I am.
That's what I'm saying. It's a human person.
Well, that's what Candace is. So so I have said from the beginning, if you don't like what Candace Owens is saying, why don't you call her and offer a more plausible explanation for what happened? Oh, she's bad. She's bad. Okay. I mean, I like her a lot. I don't think she's bad, but I love her actually. But let's just stipulate she's bad. But why wouldn't you do that?
Well, I don't agree with some of the stuff that the rabbit hole she goes down, but I don't
even know.
But I like the fact that she likes to dig in the garden, So it's like, I like the fact that she's curious and that obviously if people weren't resonating with what she's doing, then nobody would be paying attention. But you know how many places I go, people will come up to me and be like, and I don't think they want to say something to me. They'll be like, I love Candace.
Dude, did I say what happened to me in Oslo this summer? I was with my family, salmon fishing.
White Oslo. Some people call it White Oslo as well.
It's not very white anymore.
It isn't?
Nope.
What
I'm glad they put up the tweets in that section because, as a matter of fact, there were a bunch of mutant freaks that were celebrating Charlie Kirk's imminent death online.
Yeah, them niggas is disgusting. Amazing Lucas. There's a whole plethora of people that was doing that.
And they posted about it, and a lot of them had connections to transgender and Antifa and furry communities in Utah. I would like to know if those people have been interviewed. I think that's a fair line of questioning. Matt Walsh here just seconds ago posting. An obvious hole in the Charlie Kirk assassination story is that leftist trans freaks were posting about the killing before it happened. Seemed to indicate that there was potentially even more leftists involved in the plot. If that's a conspiracy theory, it's among leftist radical militants either way. The evidence points to this being the work of one, at least possibly more than one, radical leftist scumbags. They want all of us dead, and they had every reason and motivation to kill Charlie, and they didn't. Tucker saying as much, Matt saying as much. A lot of people sounding off on this. I think it's perfectly acceptable to ask for maximal transparency. And
how you doing, Bayani? How are you?
Investigative force. And then for updates, it is the clearest, most damaging and effective political assassination that has split the country into, in my lifetime or yours, since JFK. Frankly, you'd have to go back to find political assassinations of more weight. So treat it like that. You know, treat it with the kind of investigative rigor that is required. And if you don't do that, then people spiral, and that's why people go crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. I think we got some more from Tucker Carlson. Let me pull that up. But I'm glad that he's speaking up. So many people that just want to jump on the hate Candace wave. And shout outs to Benny Johnson too as well. All right, let's see what else Tucker Carlson got to say.
In the 3 months since Charlie Kirk was murdered, I've really tried not to comment on the murder investigation in public. And it's not because I don't care, of course. I love Charlie and knew him well since he was a teenager. But I haven't said anything about it. I really tried not to say anything about it. First, because I don't really know anything that everyone else doesn't know. I've asked around, but of course, how do you know what the truth is? But the other reason I haven't said anything is because I know personally a number of the people involved in what's now become a very large story. I know them really well. And I really think a lot of all of them on every side. Candace Owens, I've known a long time. I love Candace Owens. Blake Neff at TPUSA once worked for me at a couple of different places, and I love Blake Neff. Erica Kirk, I've known since she was dating Charlie Kirk, and I love Erica Kirk. And I think these are all really, really decent people. And so it's been my desire for 3 months not to get involved in any of this. And in general, to think to myself, anybody who is earnestly searching for the truth, whether they're right or wrong, but as long as they're motivated by a desire to find out what happened and therefore honor Charlie's memory by getting to justice, anyone who's doing that, I'm not going to criticize. Again, no matter what track they're on, lots of us, and this has certainly happened to me, have good moments, but good motives, but wind up in the wrong place. But it's a sincere mistake. So that definitely happens. I have done that, and so I've just wanted to stay out. And then the other day, I had like a 3-hour conversation with Theo Vaughn, and it was not about Charlie Kirk or anything related to it, but that topic came up. And I said, in effect, I don't trust the FBI. And that gave some people the impression that I was, accusing them of being involved in Charlie's assassination. And of course, I wasn't. And I certainly didn't mean to. But it gives me the chance now to say what I think, which is that we should not necessarily trust the FBI. And by the way, why would we? It's not a
talk that talk. I've been trying to say it. Why the hell would we? Like, that don't make no damn sense at all. People are crazy, bro. But they just want to come at Candace. I bet you they're going to try to start coming at Tucker now because he spoke up.
Attack on, the political leadership of it. I've known Dan Bongino, for example, for a long time and like Dan. And don't imagine he would ever be involved in intentionally covering up a murder of somebody. I don't believe that. But Dan Bongino and Kash Patel, for that matter, are at the top of the org chart, but this is a huge organization and parts of it act independently from leadership. That's the nature of bureaucracy. So saying, well, I like Dan Bongino and don't think he would do something wrong on purpose, which is how I feel, doesn't mean that I trust the FBI or have to trust the FBI. And again, why would I? If there's one lesson of the last election, the 2024 election, it's that a lot of our biggest systems, our biggest institutions have rot in them, and that needs to be reformed. And as if we needed more
facts. I'll even go further. A lot of corruption out here in these streets. Whole lot of corruption. It's nasty. Well, they don't want to hear that. They just want to trust Big Brother. Oh, yeah, the people that lied to us a plethora of times, let's just keep on following what they say. They got our best interest at heart. Nigga, no, when?
Proof of it, we'd learned what a lot of us suspected for years, that January 6th was in effect a setup, and the FBI was key to that setup. And it's still not clear that everyone involved in that setup at the FBI has been fired or punished for that. So no person, no American is under some moral obligation to believe everything the government tells you, particularly institutions or agencies that have a long documented, factually documented track record of committing crimes, participating illegally in our political system, for example, as the FBI has done, manufacturing crimes, setting people up, distorting justice. That's the opposite of their job, of course, which is to get to justice through facts and then to tell the rest of us how they arrived at this conclusion, to prove to the rest of us that the right people are being punished.
Yeah.
So we're not under any obligation. Of course, we shouldn't invent theories to discredit the FBI, but it's not enough to have government officials tell us, well, this is the truth. We have a right, probably an obligation to say, well, can you prove it? And if you can't, I don't have to believe you. So there's one thing that bothers me above all about the investigation into Charlie Kirk is that is getting lost. As people argue over what happened, we are potentially letting our largest federal law enforcement agency off the hook. It is the job of the FBI to find out what happened and to tell the rest of us, not hide behind, well, it's national security, confidential sources. No, tell us what happened. Show us what happened. Convince us what happened. That's your job. And we shouldn't accept anything less. And by the way, when we do accept something less, then, new explanations fill the vacuum left by the FBI, which we pay to explain to us what happened.
Facts.
And so I'm going to really do my best not to talk about things I don't understand, state things as though I know them when I don't know them. I'm going to do my best to stay out of it because I love Charlie and I want justice to be done in this case. But the rest of us should remain skeptical. We have a duty to remain skeptical, and we should not be ashamed of our skepticism. Thanks.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think people should be attacked for seeking answers when all they do is lie to us or just tell us, oh, just believe us. Oh, don't look into that yourself. Just believe us. If you just look into history, bro, they haven't given us a reason to believe them. Right? So when you have truth seekers like people like Candace Owens, who's going out here and putting in work to be able to pretty much expose the truth. Can't be mad at it. But tell me what you think down in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the video as well. All that good stuff. Hit the hype button too. What's going on, guys? Let's check out this video that y'all sent me about Sylvester Stallone. Rocky, man? What? Why y'all messing with Sly? What's that I say?
Ladies and gentlemen, Rocky is on the Trump train, in case you didn't know. Sylvester Stallone is one of the few Hollywood actors.
Hey, what's up, Jiffy? How you doing? That song is fire. Music video to that song would be awesome. I definitely think that I should work on that. Thank you too as well. I appreciate the heck out of that. Yeah, I definitely still think I should do that. I was like, damn, listening to the lyrics, that shit is deep as hell. I should put that out. And thank you. I appreciate the heck out of that, Katarina. You say you fried? I'm fried too, Jiffy. I'm fried too.
Actors who didn't completely turn on Trump just because he ran for president as a Republican.
I'm definitely, when I do have some more time, I'm going to put out those music videos for sure. 100%. And thank you for the kind words, yo. I appreciate the heck out of that.
He's not a snake. He just sung high praises for Trump to reporters at the Kennedy Center. In fact, yesterday, Trump gave him an honors medal. They've known each other for a long time. And then they went over to the Kennedy Center this evening, and I'm going to show you that clip. But here's President Trump presenting that medal to Sylvester Stallone.
A friend of mine, a wonderful person, a spectacular person, one of the true great movie stars. There aren't many. There used to be a lot. There aren't many now. But he's one of the great legends and had some of the...
I miss when it used to be like movie stars, right? Because he was actually getting good movies. Remember back in the day when Arnold Schwarzenegger was putting out good ass movies? I rewatched Twins the other day. I really enjoyed that film. I was like, damn, this one came out forever ago. Better than a lot of movies that came out currently.
Greatest movies ever, including the top grossing movies ever. Sylvester Sly Stallone. Sly.
Ooh, that's a pretty cool middle name. Sly. Come on.
Ain't his middle name. I don't think so. That's what they call him, though. I think, isn't that the nickname from Sylvester? A lot of people say that.
Baby Sly.
You love the movie Twins too? Oh, that was a good, wholesome movie. Had action. Loved the message. The ending was perfect to me. I was thinking, like, if they remade that, what would they do? Pick Kevin Hart and The Rock? Watch them make that. Every time I say something like that, they always do it. I remember I was like, yo, they should remake Ghostbusters, but make it more serious. They did it. I was like, whatever, as long as they do that damn all-women's Ghostbuster, that shit was garbage.
Yes, that's great. It's an honor.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, Twins movie was fire.
I appreciate it. Should I go over here?
This guy is so cool, man. I don't know how old he is now, but he's still so cool. We need one more Rocky movie. He has one more in him.
No.
So here's this clip of him getting asked about.
I was a little mad he wasn't in the last Creed movie, though. The last Creed movie wasn't that damn bad. It's all really up to if you got a good villain. The villain's good, you can do all right. I like the last villain of the Creed film.
About President Trump. He just goes off and says he's an incredible man and all these other things. I'm going to add subtitles in here just in case you guys can't hear it fully.
The one thing I have in common with 99% of the world, we're all underdogs. I mean, we all start out as underdogs. And we persevere and hopefully we kind of attain our vision. But that's the one thing that really, I think, was the key to Rocky, is that you didn't have to be a white collar, blue collar. Everyone related to the struggle.
That's like one of my favorite films of all time. Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn, I liked all the Rockies. Now I'm sitting here thinking about it. And I classify Rockies by who was the villain? Apollo Creed. Apollo Creed was the villain again in part 2. Then we had my man, it had I think it was Mr. T. Mr. T. Or was it or was that part 4? I might have confused that. Yeah. I think Mr. T, and then which was Clubber Lang, and then I think part 4 was Dolph Lundgren, which was Russia. Part 5 was Tommy Gunn. The fact that I remember this is crazy, but that was The Streets. And then part 6, that I used to hate part 6, Rocky Balboa, but then as I got older, I kind of appreciated it more. And then you got the whole Creed franchise, which that was cool. Part 1 was amazing. Part 2 was, they could have did better with Drago. And part 3, I like part 3 of Creed.
That's particularly American, isn't it?
We say that, but it is American. It really is, because we came in fighting. Let's face it. Since the Pilgrims landed here, it's been an uphill battle.
With Rocky. Rocky had me thinking I could fight when I was a kid, son. Watched the Rocky movie. I'm over here punching pork chops. My mom like, what the hell are you doing? Nothing. Put the pork chops back in the freezer.
Yeah, we're very relatable to struggle.
Describe President Trump as the second George Washington after the election. How do you feel now?
I'm gonna start doing movie reactions. The editing just takes mad long. I would need to get help with editing. But if I did movie reactions, I would love to rewatch the whole Rocky franchise.
Feel that way?
Yeah, I do. I think he's an extraordinary man. This is the toughest job in the world, and it's really easy for people to be critical, and I get it. I mean, you are, because we're dealing with tremendous competition around the world. But I still, and I said it last night, I think he's an extraordinary human being. The one thing that people don't realize, and I've known him for 30 years, he's very, very gracious. Like, he'll remember your kids' names. He'll call during a serious situation. He goes, "Oh, how's your mother? How's she doing?" Little things, and no one knows about that. That's why the fellow I know is quite different than the way he's reported about. But I like the man a lot.
That's a hell of vouching. My man, Rocky vouching for you? Sly? I rock with Sylvester Stallone, bro. He don't just got Rocky. He got classics. Right? I love Rambo. I even like the Expendables franchise. I even like the Expendables.
And you spent some time with J.D. Vance. Is that right?
Yeah.
Do you think he would be a good person to see the movie?
That's Sandra Bullock? Oh, am I tripping? She kind of looked like a...
Trump had started politically.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, he's really an elegant man. His wife's amazing. Kind of like my wife over here. Come here, beautiful. Come on, my love. I thought
That's his wife. She looked a little like Sandra Bullock.
he would be very elegant in his demeanor. He was quite humbling. Not humbling, but he was quite generous in his words to me and to my family when he didn't have to be. I didn't expect it. So there's something about when you look at a man eye to eye, and just really, you can feel it, whether they're real or whether they're trying to be posturing for a different idea. But he's authentic. I mean, look at the book he wrote. Talk about humble beginnings. All right, guys, thank you.
This guy knows how to talk. Pretty kind words about J.D. Vance there at the end as well. I guess Vance has Rocky's blessing to be the MAGA heir apparent. This is
Shit, Vance got a good movie too based on his life. I love that movie. I think it was on Netflix.
Gene Simons. I'm going to be honest, I don't know who he is.
Is that the lead singer from Kiss?
Probably not my generation, right? But he's going to reveal right honest. I don't know who he is. Heir apparent. This is Gene Simons.
Gene Simons. Is that the lead singer of Kiss? Oh, am I tripping? I don't know why. That's where my mind went. Okay, no, that's not. Wait, is it? Yeah, it is. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, that's him. Okay. That's crazy that I recognized him without the makeup. Yeah, that's wow. I don't think I've ever seen him without the makeup. I dead recognized him. I forgot what movie that was that they was in too. Was it Little Nicky? No, that was Ozzy Osbourne. Forgot what film they was in.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know who he is. Probably not my generation, right? But he's going to reveal right here a gesture that Trump just did.
I spoke with President Trump. He confirmed there's going to be an empty chair beside us in memory of Pace.
Speaking of, ain't that the dude from? I could have swore this is the nigga with the tongue. This is him. This got to be the dude with the tongue, son. That's like part of what made that shit famous for, I guess, my generation. Because that was very before my time. Yeah, I think that's the lead singer, ain't it? Or is the dude with the tongue not the lead singer of Kiss? Maybe I'm tripping. We used to always see him doing that, the damn tongue out pose. I could have swore he was in some kind of film too, but I can't remember what movie that was.
President, what are your hopes for his hosting duties tonight? Do you think he'll be extra funny?
Always going to be great. He's always been in show business, and Shakespeare knew this stuff before you guys did. The whole world's a stage, and we're just all actors. You don't dress like that for no reason. You're aware people are going to be looking at you, and you wear shades because you want people to think you're in a band. Come on.
Okay, he's pretty cool.
Friend of President Trump for a long time. You've known him from Celebrity Apprentice. What's your take on his job? Are you supportive of the way he's handling it?
Why do you care?
I'd be interested to see what you think.
Yeah, but it's all nonsense. It's all clickbait.
Ah, that's such a perfect response. Why are you asking him to grade Trump at an event like this? Is he supposed to stand there and be like, I didn't think the tariffs were the right idea, He could have done different things to reshore manufacturing, yeah. As a matter of fact, I give him a C. This is how a real man is supposed to answer. Why do you care?
This is crazy. I looked it up. He sure enough wasn't the damn lead singer. So why did they always focus on him? Am I tripping? No. Wow, that's crazy. He wasn't the lead singer, but for some reason he got the most media attention. I always saw him as the lead singer. The lead singer was the one with the star in his damn eye. What's his name? Paul. You right, Katarina. Paul Stanley's the lead singer. So why is this other dude's image more famous? That's pretty interesting. Because I know Kiss was before my time. It's because of his tongue. That's crazy. That's why he's more famous. Wow, that's hilarious. Yo, fam, because I know it's before my time, so I wouldn't know all the information. But in my mind, I'm like, the guy that's shown the most is the lead singer, ain't he? I'm like, ain't that the tongue dude? That's the tongue dude. No, that is the tongue dude, but he ain't the lead singer. What kind of shit was going on when this band came out? The 80s? What was happening? I know this guy, Paul Stanley, must hate this motherfucker. Like, how the hell are you more remembered than me? And I'm the lead singer. How are you more famous? That's crazy.
So good.
When I was first starting to vote, there used to be
Yeah, that shit had to be 60s, right? When you got me looking up Kiss. When did Kiss start? 70s. 70s. And then when was their hits? The biggest songs came out when? They from New York? Holy shit, I should know that. That's insane. I didn't know they was from New York. My brother probably listening to me at home ashamed. Yeah, they put out a lot of albums. 74.
I've gotten so used to celebrities just insulting
had a
Trump.
movie.
He's a Nazi. He's a fascist. He's Hitler. He's Stalin all over again. He's a dictator. That it's kind of weird hearing one of the biggest celebrities of all time speaking nicely. How old is Sylvester Stallone? 79 years old. Yeah, they're the same age. And they're both from New York. This makes me want to go rewatch all the Rocky movies. Yeah, that was incredible kindness from
all the Rocky movies is classic. Oh.
An icon in America. I remember when they treated Trump like he was radioactive. All the celebrities that knew him and worked with him for years.
Today, facts. I feel the same way. My dad loves Kiss, but I didn't know when they started the band or anything. Yeah, it says the 70s. And they had a movie called Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. They had a horror movie, nigga? That sounds crazy. They just putting stuff out. Interesting.
Years pretended he didn't exist. Well, actually, that's what I wish they did. They did the opposite. They attacked him relentlessly, pretending he was this monster. Snoop Dogg was doing events with Donald Trump, but in 2016, Trump was suddenly a racist. Trump was friends with Al Sharpton for years, and then suddenly Al Sharpton said he's a white supremacist. Hilariously enough, Snoop Dogg performed at Trump's second inauguration. How funny was that? The good news is the country no longer cares about celebrities. All the usual suspects in Hollywood lined up and supported Kamala Harris. And where did that get her? Their opinions no longer matter, except when they agree
Not wrong.
with me.
It's crazy out here in these streets. Learn something new every day. But I don't know why they would be upset at Sylvester Stallone. All he did was keep it real. But tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the hype button, share the video as well, and watch my other videos. You want to watch my live stream? Check me out on Twitch and Kick if you're able to. On my BX Beast Boy in Real Life channel. What's going on, y'all? Let's check out this video from Legal Mindset, if I'm not mistaken. It's about Casey-Tron settlement, Rogan's doom, pretty much the whole Hassan crew getting destroyed by Ethan Klein. Let's see what's going down.
Casey-Tron's settlement with Ethan Klein reveals some interesting information as well as Frogan's doom. We're going to get into that today on The Legal Mindset. We teach you to be...
He's a cat killing that section. Facts. Facts, and I'm loving it. I appreciate the heck out of that, Katarina. All you guys, man, keep making your suggestions. Right? I appreciate the heck out of that. Y'all been killing it in general.
Your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney living over here in Asia. And this, of course, is a fast facts video, the quick and dirty version of the latest in legal news. So yesterday we had the official public apology from Casey-Tron, which was very, very interesting. We've gone over that in my previous video. But today we have the actual court stipulation. So this is the actual file that tells us what was agreed to between the parties of Ethan Klein and Miss Casey Cavanis, aka Casey-Tron, right? So when looking at this stipulation, we can go through and see the parties. We can see plaintiff Ted Entertainment, that's H3H3, and defendant Casey Cavanis, PKA Casey-Tron, and the stipulation. So they agree to settle the action, right? They have reached an agreement to settle the present action. But there's key language in here that people have not seen yet. And really, I think I'm the first person to point this out on a larger scale, which is the settlement agreement, while confidential in terms, right? So it's confidential. We're never going to see the exact settlement. We can guess here. It includes a provision which remains to be performed. So what does that mean? Well, so far, what have we had? We've had probably Casey-Tron transfer.
Because didn't she admit that to testify or that she would cooperate? Oh, man, messing up my words. That she would cooperate and testify against Denims and all the other Hassan losers.
Bring the money to Ethan Klein. That's going to happen. By the way, a hilarious thing for Ethan Klein to do would be to donate this to a pro-IDF charity. That'd be absolutely hilarious given that Anissa and various others that did this for and opposed him for purely political reasons, like Hassan, etc., who did not support him, but some of his followers did. It ends up getting shifted over into a charity that would absolutely make them keel over. But that being there, the money was probably condition number one. Condition number two was probably the public apology. And remember, within that public apology, and this is very important, they required her to say very specific things, even likely requiring her to mention the thing about Asmund's mom.
For example, weaponizing the death of Asmongold's mother was inexcusable.
And tucking in.
You shouldn't have had to have been made to say that, though. That's insane that you had to be forced to apologize. She was wilding. Yeah, nah, you don't talk about people's moms like that, like, or their parents of any sort. Like, yeah, it was extreme. It was very extreme.
A lot of information into what she apologized for, her language, her behavior, and as well as bolstering the fact that Ethan Klein has a good case. But what would the third thing be? Well, the third thing is likely her testifying against Denims and possibly Frogan if they are to proceed in court. So she's going to have to turn on them and testify against them and give up any information on them. Also, likely, and this is a speculation, one of the provisions which may have already been done is turning over all of her communications, emails, Discord messages, Reddit messages, etc., as it relates to this lawsuit. So that may have already happened. But let's finish this and let's talk about how this affects Frogan. So as part of the settlement agreement, T.I. and Cavanists, Casey Tron, agreed to stipulate to dismissal, but also to request the court retain jurisdiction to enforce the terms. So if Casey Tron gets out of line, if she does anything wrong, they're going to come down on her. By the way,
you said she need that nasty song. You ain't never lie. You ain't never lie. She definitely do need that nasty.
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Disgusting. So Hassan and his orbiters are trying to say Asmongold killed his mom. He took care of both his parents till they both passed away from cancer. That's crazy. And they was trying to say that, oh my gosh. Let's double tap real quick.
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
I hope they get like the same treatment that Casey Tron got. Maybe even worse if they're able to. I want Ethan to take them to full task. And if Asmongold is able to, because I don't know if he was like kind of insinuating that he got something cooking. But if he's able to get up on that, yeah.
There probably is also a non-disparagement clause in there where the parties can't disparage each other. That probably is included. That would make most sense. So they agree, right, and that the court is going to retain jurisdiction. Well, this is very, very important because think about Frogan. Denham said already that likely Frogan is going to settle, but the big problem for Frogan is what she's going to have to say, because Frogan always tries to play tough. She tries to ally very closely with Hassan Piker. But as you saw, Casey Tron was required to turn on Hassan Piker. And also, there's a certain statement and a certain thing that Ethan Klein might be a little bit.
She ain't wrong for doing so. He left her hanging. He's like, nah, you can't bring me no clout. I can't benefit from you. I ain't helping you with jack.
Salty about and want her to make a statement retracting. And I'm going to play this clip in case you forgot it. There's this little clip over here. And the funniest thing, this is, of course, from TwitchCon with lovely Frogan here. And who's right next to her? Yeah, that's right. That's Denims, right? Who said she's going to stay in the lawsuit. Let's play this.
This is not. This is good. I thought we go ahead. Okay.
The next person is one of my favorite people. Ethan Klein.
I told you guys to clap.
This is a good reaction.
That was a good one.
So see them laughing, see them giggling there. They're not going to be laughing and giggling, and Frogan's not going to be laughing and giggling when she is forced to justify why she ends up putting Ethan Klein in the Loves Sabra.
Yeah, that's nasty. Nasty as hell. I said one of the biggest reasons I respect Asmongold is he has tons of money, but still lives in the house he grew up in. His parents, which weren't rich by any means, and he's worked hard for everything he has. Facts. He lives a modest life, even though he has a bunch of money. That's real. That's one of the reasons why I was saying that earlier, that people like him and Tectone are one of the few people, or some of the few people within streaming that I could see and go, okay, you don't gotta be disgusting, foul, nasty, consumed by Hollywood to participate or have to even take part in all the nastiness in order to be able to be successful. You know what I mean? He's one of the few. Asmongold and a few other people, Tectone. But yeah, I respect the heck out of Asmongold for that, among other things.
The category, and perhaps retracting this statement, and perhaps making amends for this particular piece of our history. So I can imagine that might be one of the things that they are going to end up pushing back against Frogan on in that settlement statement. So that's going to be included as a condition, as well as likely any communication she might have with the Reddit mods, which would be big, or even further with Hasan Piker. And this might be the difficult thing for her, because she might have a lot of communications with Hasan Piker, a lot, which she's scared to turn over. But I don't think Ethan Klein is going to be willing to settle this unless he gets all the information and extracts everything from Frogan, which is why she has delayed so long. The money is not as big of a thing because Frogan actually collected less money than either Casey Tron or Denims. And as for Denims, this actually paints a situation where both Casey Tron and
I forgot that Frogan was a smaller creator. Well, on YouTube, I don't really know what their Twitch following's like. I'd like to see. What's her Twitch following like? Frogan. I'm gonna look into it.
Frogan, the girl who is sitting right next to her, who is sitting on the couch right here on this.
So I can't even search or click to her Twitch page or anything through her Instagram, because it's all linked to a damn GoFundMe. Let me see. Okay, so she got like 67,000 on Twitch. Damn. They following this loser? Follow me on Twitch, guys. Because there ain't no way. Ain't no way I got these losers smoking me. I'm joking. Joking. I wonder what's Casey Tron's following like. Let me see. What's her Twitch following? Okay. Yeah, so these people YouTubes just be trash. She got over 500,000 followers on Twitch from hating on Ethan.
Podcast is going to have to testify against her in court and going to have to say, no, this was a plan. This was intentional. We did this, with bad intent and bad faith, and turn on, Arab Benedict Arnold over here, right, on Denims. And that will absolutely hurt her reputation and her friend group, her circle going forward. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Frogan is going to settle, or do you think Frogan might actually try to fight this out like Denims? I want to hear what you think in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next one.
Nah, she might be super done. Right, that's facts. But do I feel bad for them? No. So I can't believe anyone would follow Frogan. She said vets deserve PTSD and a bunch of stupid crap. And she kept saying over and over again, based, after she said that nastiness too. She said the disgusting stuff and then kept saying based over and over again. Yeah, she's definitely a foul individual, in my personal opinion. But tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Check me out on Twitch. Check me out on Kick as well. And watch more videos. Yeesh. Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy work.